We are live. Hello, Magnus. Thank you for joining. I'm sorry I'm a minute late. It has been a busy day, busier than I was expecting it to be, but for good reasons. And yeah, we settled on Monster Hunter, but that also means I've got a little bit of prep work to do. So like I said, I'm just a bit behind. Don't even worry about it. Exactly. Sure, all actually good to go. Then I have to swap my capture unit. It's actually been a hot minute since I've had to use the Elgato, let alone for the Switch. I'm glad I've got at least one quotable one. It seems like a lot of that goes to Myth. So I am happy to hear. Okay, that's the Switch. That's good. I need... Which one of you is the capture device? This is just a whole thing today. Currently, the cap device is the PS5. Yep, it's the Switch. Live tech setup. I need to get a switchboard. I've been doing so much on desktop lately, it hasn't been... You quote me the most. That's extra flattering. I don't want to give myself a big head and ask what other lines. That's turned down. But I need to make sure that this is actually reading. Go. System settings. That's good. Swap over musical timing. Thank you very much. That's all good. I guess I'm just going to go without an announcement today at this rate. To pause. Excellent. We've got that. Black borders. I'm going to be playing off of the capture unit, so just crazy to think about. So bizarre that that resolves that way. And if they ever got crossplay going for Rise or not. No, they did not. That's not anything that they added. It's going to be in Wilds, finally. But yeah, no, not for anything else, unfortunately. Mostly how often I say don't even worry about it. Like a small number of quotes, you just say them a lot. I appreciate that. That is very flat. But yeah, actually, the way we started streaming was Sunbreak. It was Monster Hunter Mondays for a while, and then that shifted to Tuesday, which is what became Co-op Tuesday, which then became Team Tuesday. So this is actually a return to form on our end. Yeah, no, well, definitely. I mean, hopefully, I'm looking forward to getting, just in general. I know how stressful that can be. I really want to figure out how to get game audio through Elgato without it echoing. Because right now I can't hear the game, and that kind of sucks. That's one of the reasons I started doing mostly PC stuff. Because desktop audio ended up working out the best. But, for the time being, I think this is just how I'm going to have to live with it. That's... Right. I'm going to get actual sent out. And then I'll go ahead and start some solo hunts for an hour, I guess. Good. I need to arm up anyway and do a little bit of weapon showcase style stuff. Take a look at what I actually need to be working on in this. Sounds. That. Want to start collaborating? Hello, Ice. Thank you for joining. A style change, you might say. Oh, wait, you're not a Battle Network guy? Honestly, it's not that I'm not a Battle Network guy. I'm actually pretty into the Battle Network games. I just haven't played them as much as I would like to, if I'm being honest. See, she sold my Switch copyrights. I didn't have the fun to keep online going. I get that, too, for sure. Actually swap over. I'm gonna basically be functioning through Streamlabs, which is janky and not what I'm used to. But I'm just gonna have to go for it. It's the best way to do it, because I'm gonna have input lag because of the capture device on the actual TV. On games and grinding the post game. Yeah, they definitely are. Let me know how audio and everything is, too, because it's been a while since I've had the Elgato actually running. Yank is the word of the day sometimes. Absolutely. Also that. just pinged somebody something really fast. Good. Network 3. Wait, on the Legacy Collection the other day, because I had a physical copy of Blue back window. I need to get back into the... the Battle Network collections. Honestly, since I started doing full bore streaming, it's been harder for me to keep up on my catalog of stuff. Let's go. We'll have sets that I'm feeling right now. Yeah, this one's pretty. Greatsword, because that's what I want to practice with. Been a while. And I'm just going to work up on a high rank. Why not one that we don't already have done? Double hunts, aren't they? Yeah. Thane Extreme X1 aesthetic. Yeah, kinda. You're kinda not wrong. Shouldn't really matter that much because it's just high rank and not G. See, yeah, Ice, for streams I want to make sure that I'm playing stuff that I'm familiar with enough where I can confidently play and talk at the same time so that I'm striking a good kind of entertainment balance. And I also figure passion is like what's gonna bring most of the interest in, you know? Oh, you're still wearing your Halloween armor! That's no good. I gotta give you back your own. Jesus, I haven't played since Halloween last year. Oops! It's been a while. Considering Mega Mondays, you'll eventually be able to stream Battle. Yeah, no, that actually is a thing, too. I fully intend on it at some point. It's just gonna take a while. God, it has been such a long time. Should be through here. No, it's through the... It's been so long. Chat, dojo, scenario. There we go. No, that's not the... It's layered armor settings, Jesus. No. Loadouts for you. Don't matter. Easy enough. I've got that many. Oh, right. That one. And I think I was running. Yeah. There we go. Oh, you'll be seeing Charge Blade tonight for sure. My main triad is Greatsword, Charge Blade, Switch Axe. So that is on the docket. Then my fourth choice is Lance. I don't know if I'm gonna follow up on Lance in Wilds. It depends on how the moveset changes. A lot of what sold me on it in this one was the wire bug movement for it. But it might still be fun. I've enjoyed having like the one really defense heavy vibe, but I don't know if that's enough to like keep me completely sold on it. Stingy. Doing this on a screen this small, which I mean, I guess I really can't complain because this is effectively just going back to playing it on like the DS or 3DS or something. The Krajang's down in the... That's a thing to keep in mind for sure. Let's see how much of this is just immediately muscle memory based. Oh, that would have been great for a first swing coming back after almost a year. Figure out a solution for playing this right now on screen, but once Arable and Jay join, I'll at least have people to bounce off of commentary-wise to make sure that I'm... Oh, hello, Damnation. Thank you for joining. Also, don't stress over it too much. Playing without audio is, like, the most uncomfortable thing. It's nice to know, though, that, like, in the back of my mind, I keep thinking, like, oh, it's way too silent for stream, but it's like, no, you guys can hear it. I can't. There's a difference. So you're at least not being met with, like, utter, true dead air at any point. Unacceptable. As everybody interested in Monster Hunter checked out the third and I think they said final gameplay trailer for Wilds, because it was pretty cool. I'm definitely excited for it. There's a couple things that are kind of sketching me out on it, but not enough for me to not be excited for the game. And that's coming from playing for a very long time, so I'm in that kind of like old hunter bracket at this point. Talk about it with Arable and Jay when they so arrive. Whiffing so bad. A travesty. Stress however I want to. That's fine. That is your right. Grab Monhun weapons. Easy clap. Actually do... Oh, actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. Do I still have that set up? I might not anymore. I guess I don't. I do actually have Monster Hunter stuff preset in here. Make sure I'm not... Oh, right, I can just check on the TV. Too fast. Is that not in the folder anymore? Oh, maybe it's not. That sucks. Well, if it comes up, I'll figure it out. But yeah, I've got a whole Monster Hunter set from when it was... Oh, that said, actually, hold on. Hold on. I haven't had an opportunity to use this in a while. Let me pause game so that there's no danger of the timer. Do I still have this set up? Okay, bear with me. This might be super janky. I'm gonna copy sponsor banner so that that is present. Now, yeah, we got the Monster Hunter background set up. I almost completely forgot to set this up. Paste reference. That should actually be present. I'm so glad I remembered this. I'm going to bounce between one more time because I need to grab Diction. And oh, okay, so this here too. Pull. Bouncing between scenes really fast. Nobody panic. Okay, so predictions and polls are now also in here as well. And alert feed should be good. Hide that. It's not even properly lined up anyway. Some of the some of everything here I think might be a little on the janky side. We should be fine. We should be fine. Bummer that I don't have that set up anymore. It's fine. We good. Squinting at my screen right now to play off of the capture unit like the tiny paper meme from Unity, I think it is. So small on the screen. Well, was it? It's not going bad. A little bit of setup jank. It was a busy day, so I started like at 6:01. So I'm a little on the behind side, but I'm doing some warm-ups before the rest of the team arrives today in just regular hard difficulty instead of G rank, or high rank rather, so G rank. So the hunt is pretty inconsequential. This is just, I haven't played since like October last year, so it's been a while. I want to make sure I'm not whiffing anything too badly before we actually go into more difficult fights. Just vomit at me and then run? How dare you? There we go. That was pretty solid. So is it foolishness that today's Capcom announcement has me weirdly hopeful that the next fighting game they announce will have Technomancer in it? Honestly, at this rate, no, I don't think that's foolish at all. It very well might happen. I think the only things that'd be overtly, like, hopeless isn't the right word, foolish isn't the right word either, but, like, I think the jankiest ones that are almost certainly not going to come up in collections like this are going to be anything with a lot of side licensing. And I know that that's, in itself, a little bit more hard to worry about because the MVC collection is also coming out. But I'm talking like Tatsunoko versus Capcom and some of the other slightly more like, oh, you needed to license with who to get this to work? Because like Tatsunoko is a whole other company. It's not even like SNK, where it's like another fighting game, or Marvel, where they're like still trying to, you know, multiverse it up and everything. So they're probably a much easier sell. But no, I don't think Technomancer is on the table. I just really want them to stop doing multiple launch chargers for things. Like if it's a collection 1, collection 2. Now, the fighting ones, in this case, I'm a lot more forgiving about because they were so far apart release-wise. But, you know, like the Mega Man collections coming out at like the exact same time and shit like that. I remember. A good finale. I'm down for that. It never had a good stateside release. It's also incredibly good and has a robot called the Wise Duck. Very good. I actually don't know that much about Techromancer, but I don't know why I'm saying it like that. It makes it sound like I'm saying Necromancer, but for robots. Which does also sound kind of cool, but... exactly the wrong direction for... Oh! Alright. Not difficult. What seam I got stuck on there, but it certainly was a thing that just happened. Optional subquests. My god, it has been a long time. It's really interesting. When I haven't played Monster Hunter for a while, my brain defaults back to like 3 or 4 Ultimate. So I'm glad I'm at least getting back into the wire bug mechanics kind of quickly. I was a little afraid, of course. Ah, of course you moved that way. Because those are the ones that I'm like the most nostalgic for. Again. Just moved again, guy. Like this. Giant Robot Fighting Game has a lot of things to do that clear references to other things. For example, one of the playable characters is a combination reference to both Ava and Ultra. That is really cool. I'm a fan of what you just described. My god, the map is so small on my capture device. Alright. Idiot, where... Oh, you're up above. Okay. My friend. Dropping input at a bad time there. That would have been a great charge swing. Area, if I'm being honest. Yes, it's Nargacuga. I'm sorry for what I am going to do to Nargacuga. Hello, Neon. Thank you for joining. I figured you'd be all tuckered out after yesterday. It is wonderful to see. Please, sir. Oh, that one was me asking. That's totally fine. I'm not above being real with myself. Yeah, I've got a lot of mixed feelings about some of the stuff that I've been seeing about Wilds, but at the same time, I'm very excited for more people to be playing Monster Hunter, and any of my nitpicks or concerns or complaints are, like, totally overwritten by the fact that they finally are adding crossplay proper. So I don't care. They can give me anything else. Just the fact that for once the fan base isn't going to be split among multiple platforms is such a huge deal. Ooh, that did reach! That was perfect. I didn't think that was gonna. Cyberbots 2, yes, absolutely, but isn't that in Fighting Collection 1 already? I thought it was already in 1. Or am I mistaken? Excuse me? I don't know how you didn't connect with the wall there, friend, but I disagree. Oh, good job. That with the tail cut. Unfortunate timing. And I didn't realize I was committing to. Probably could have done a better job. Hate it when that happens. Monster somehow doesn't touch the wall despite you, like, putting it at 30 feet of stone. Yeah, it's corners. Like, this is, like, an intersection area, so I'm hardly surprised. Hi. I am going to genuinely miss Wirebug movement, though. I understand that it's their, like, A teams and B teams, so there's a lot of different mechanics, but I have gotten so into the Wirebug mechanics, knowing that we're going back to just, like, the Slinger is so upsetting. Because I didn't really care about the Slinger too much in the first place. 600. Oh, I'm not white right. Got it. But yeah, I don't know. I'll take whatever they hand me. Like I said, I'm not gonna complain. More Monster Hunters. What might they do? I feel like I might know what you're gonna say. Actually, no, that's not what I think it was other stuff. Yeah, maybe. I feel like, I don't know. I enjoyed World enough. Like, I liked it a lot. It didn't connect with me the same way as a lot of the other ones did. Like, 4 Ultimate 2 is still the best Monster Hunter game that's ever come out. What World did was introduce a whole bunch of new players, and that's awesome. That was a true charge connect. I'm glad that hit. Shame it wasn't the final hit, but whatever. Man! Okay, where was I? But I feel like because World was the one that popularized it for a lot of a broader audience, it also made an entire, unusually large new generation of players immediately assume that that is, like, this is the only thing that the series should be. Like, photorealism and such. And obviously all of that is fine. You know, graphics are great. But I think, for my money, Rise is the better game, or Sunbreak, I guess, if you want to put it that way specifically. And a lot of people from that Gen 5 introduction automatically started complaining about Rise because it was, like, graphically inferior, and honestly, I think mostly that. I didn't hear that much outside of, like, oh, it's on a worse console, so it's worse, and I don't like it, bring back World, everything PC forever. And then, you know, when it did come out on PC, it's like, finally, it's on a real console. It's like, can we not do this still, please, in 2022, I think is when that came out, or 2020, whenever. And now that Wilds is coming out and essentially being billed as World 2, it's concerning to me that it's going to be more of that and like more of the mechanics from World that I didn't enjoy or think were like the best additions to the series being seen as like, oh, it's correct Monster Hunter again. It's like, well, you know. But again, that's all like veteran opinion. And it's silly because I'm all for accessibility and stuff like that. Like I'm 100% on board for the series being broader and more widely appealing, but there's certain stuff that's going into this new one that feels more like they're interested in getting a much wider net of new people again, instead of refining like what Monster Hunter is at its like foundational level, and that's kind of what worries me a little. I'm not even gonna look at it. Take the commendation, take the armor spheres. But that's where I'm at. The only part of the world I didn't like was Iceborne. Iceborne I didn't even play, which is, I won't talk specifically about Iceborne because I can't. I get too much help because they wanted you to clutch claw everything into the walls. I've heard very negative things about the clutch claw. And that kind of tied into, like, I wasn't a huge fan of the slinger in the first place, so having the extension of that. Luckily, it looks like the clutch claw isn't a thing. We'll see, but I have faith that they'll refine whatever they put in. So I don't have any doubts that whatever game they put out is going to be very fun. At all. I think it's going to be great, and I'm going to buy it day one, and I'm going to play it for like another 500 hours, because that's just what I do with Monster Hunter games. And that's like lowballing it for a lot of other like super hardcore players that don't play anything else. But I would be lying if I said I didn't have slight concerns about the overarching trajectory of where they're putting stuff. Like, just the other day, I didn't watch any of the recent developer live stream stuff that they did, but do I want to do this one right now? It's Seclave. This one's probably going to be a little faster. But I saw somebody post an image of, like, a kind of force-aware, or like a UI element, like, a flash on the UI of like a, not a Metal Gear Solid exclamation point literally, but that kind of like visual, like, look out kind of thing, for apparently when a monster is about to do a very highly damaging attack, and I don't like that. Just outright, that's one of the first things that I've ever heard or seen in a Monster Hunter game, or really like an IP that I'm a big, big fan of, that I have outright been able to look at before the game is even released and be like, no, that's a slippery slope. Because the entire point of the core gameplay loop is learning all of it. Like, figuring everything out from trial and error and getting your ass kicked a little bit. I would argue that it does a better job of that than most of the Souls-like stuff, and for longer. So seeing that they're now doing indicators like that, and I don't know if that was accurate, I heard it secondhand, I did not watch the footage myself, I might just be wrong. But if that is what it is, and it is accurate, then that is, like, actively concerning. So it's stuff like that I'm kind of, like, I'll squint at. Like, okay, I want you to be more appealing to more people, but Monster Hunter is supposed to be challenging, and I guarantee you that, like, if you did this kind of thing with a Souls game, the Souls fan base would crucify you. And it kind of concerns me that all I'm hearing is like, it looks really pretty, the armor's great. It's like, yeah, but let's stay locked in here for a second, because that's like a big, big change if that's true. Yeah, and Ice, like, toggling it off is one thing. I don't know, there's something inherently off to me about having that at all. Because, like, I could see the argument being it'd be kind of like turning on hitboxes or hurtboxes visually in, like, training mode in a fighting game. But I would argue that that is more valuable because you're more than likely doing that if you want to be competitive against another person, whereas the entire appeal of Monster Hunter comes from how much of the learning you do yourself. And if the game just tells you, this is big one, this is what your timing should be, then you're not learning it yourself the same way. And learning it yourself through trial and error means that You are the one getting really good at it. It's really dumb because, saying it out loud, there's no way for me to word this in a way that isn't the exact things that I complain about fighting games. So maybe I'm just wrong. And I'm not overly concerned about it one way or another, but there's something about it that, like, it doesn't feel like a problem that needed to be fixed. Because you can tell when a monster's going to do a big, scary thing. It shouldn't really... The damage value attached to it shouldn't matter as much as the very overt body language. And if you're standing in front of a steamroller and the steamroller hits you, that's your fault. It isn't like a weird, janky fighting game hitbox that isn't actually janky when you see where the damage values happen. It's, I'm gonna stand in front of this bus and then complain about the consequences when they hit me in the face. Because more often than not, they're really slow and really telegraphed, and, you know, by the point you're fighting monsters where that is the inherent threat, you should have a good feel of your weapon mechanics as long as you haven't been getting carried by other players, and, like, know how to maybe effectively get away from it. And if it catches you off guard and you cart feint, you know, if you're not as familiar with the terminology, that's fine too. It's not like, you know, that's gonna happen. I don't know. I think a lot of the appeal is at slight risk of getting watered down that way for what is ultimately, I think, very little of an investment in the grand scheme of a long, replayable game versus the reward of, like, feeling really good when you can just... I've been talking this entire time, and those last two fights, again, on a rank lower than what I'm actually geared out for, but I've gotten to the point where I can just, like, talk and do this stuff without even paying attention to what I'm doing because of learning all those mechanics inside and out without indicators telling me that. You know, it's stuff like that, personally. Game design talk! Yeah, exactly. The multiple carts and KOs thing, for sure. Plus, on top of that, there has been the influx of other hunt types that might give you, like, horror feints, or, like, you know, other criteria, like, you get more lives because you're going to be throwing yourself at this fight over and over and over again because it's a, you know, a fight that's only going to last 15 minutes instead of, like, 30 or 60. You know, the side missions and stuff like that. I think that kind of stuff are great additions because it changes up the gameplay formula and it gives you different levels of, like, what is and isn't forgiving and when and how to, you know, practice and stretch in different ways. And then there's also free hunts where it doesn't even matter and you can just practice there. There's also, I forget if it was in World, but Rise has, like, the target dummy in the village where you can, like, whip your weapon out and check damage values and stuff like that in a safe environment. There's arena quests where you don't have to worry about tracking the monster down if you just want to go for, like, top times. There's already so many tools in the game to, like, get you good at that kind of learning to read. And it worries me that it seems like they're more interested. Because the other thing that I was already starting to feel fatigue on, even in Rise, which I really like, World, I didn't feel it overtly in World because World had a couple navigation problems on its own with, like, going between the different hunt unlocks and, like, the story cutscene thing, which was just egregiously terrible, where you couldn't play with your friends online until you watched the cutscene, so you'd have to, like, start a mission, watch the cutscene, save and quit, and then relaunch the mission again. I don't know what they were thinking with that. That was insane. But having constantly visible monsters on map, I think has kind of removed the tracking aspect of it, and knowing that we're just going back to, like, you get on your mount, and then the scout flies, just find it, and it leads you right to it, is, like, all we do is hunt. All we're doing is hunting. And I know the game is Monster Hunter, and, like, nobody ever really liked the mushroom quests and stuff like that, but I do feel like I've been feeling a higher rate of burnout in the modern games where it is literally, you are just, like, mainlining hunt after hunt after hunt non-stop. I felt like the game's pace is such where it never wants you to stop fighting, which means I, like, spend slightly less time optimizing gear and, like, maybe not mining as much because there's less... Hello, I can hear you.
Yeah, headset is on now.
Oh. I'm just doing some...
kind of getting set up, but I figured this would be a quick part of the setup. Present.
I'm complaining about Monster Hunter changes.
Uh-oh.
No, nothing bad. It's more like I'm talking game theory in chat, because, like, I'm playing through the capture device right now, because if I'm plugged into my Elgato, there's input lag on my TV, so I don't have any game audio. So I'm playing on a screen that's like a quarter size of my normal screen. I think it's actually smaller than the Switch in handheld, with no game audio, so I feel like if I stop talking, I'll die.
Oh no.
Having you guys here will help out a lot.
Sorry.
But I was talking about how the somewhat World and I think more Rise and Sunbreak have had such a breakneck pace of, like, the monster always being on map and certain mechanics being in place where it's like almost literally all you're encouraged to be doing is hunting and, like, nothing else. Like, there's no real gathering quests, there's not a lot of downtime where you might lose track of stuff. And granted, I know you and Jay go hard on routing for the birds, so, like, that kind of takes the spot of that. I feel like that's clunky. I know you and I have talked about that a little bit already, and I'm kind of glad that that mechanic isn't coming back from the look of it. But it seems like Wilds is going to be doing something similar, where it's just like, yeah, just autopilot to the monster, it's a boss fight. It's like, yeah, but, like, I kind of want the downtime a little bit, and it's worrying that all you want me to do are, like, just go fight and, like, nothing else. I don't know. It's just stuff that I've got on my mind.
That's valid. I don't know. Right now, my biggest reservation to enunciate properly,
Yeah.
with Wilds is that we haven't seen, and understandable reasons why, but we haven't seen much of variety in the way of armor and weapon types yet. And what we have seen is literally like vanilla World, and that is the biggest burn from World, was that I did not care for any of the armor or weapons, so why should I care to continue playing?
I think we've saw a couple more. I kind of like that they're keeping some of the visual stuff close to the chest, but at the same time, it is a little hard knowing that they're billing it as like, it's World 2. It's like, okay, but how much? Because that could be really good. But also, you know, like you said, that is... And it's not... I'm glad that that is also people that were, like, I'll say raised on Gen 5, even though I know that that's not, like, the effective terminology. But, you know, I think the fandom terminology for it was Fifth Fleet, or, like, Fifth Fleeters or something like that, where it's like they came in World.
Okay.
Knowing that even they complain about the visual monotony in World is like, okay, you know, at least this is, like, so open and shut is like, what were you guys doing when you decided on that? I get it. You went with a more realistic art style and probably ran out of time, because that's what big devs do on timetables like that, but, like, really? You couldn't just, like, paint one of them neon pink, at least? Like, do anything? Because it'd help if you did that. So, we'll see.
Yeah.
Although I will say, the stuff that I have seen that hasn't been the generic bone stuff has looked pretty good. Like, I don't know if you watched all of the weapon trailers, but I think it was the Switch Axe was, like, very clearly the new Spider Monsters weapon, and it looked pretty cool. So, they do have other models, it's just a matter of how many. So, I don't know. You will definitely see. I'm nervous about that too. I really am. So, I feel that for sure. But yeah, it's in that bracket where it's like, what I've seen is very good. It's just, I need to play it. That's really it. Like, I need to... As soon as I play it, I'm sure I won't have any concerns. And like I was telling chat, I'm still going to put, like, fucking 600 hours into it easy. So, ultimately, they could hand me, like, the worst Monster Hunter game in, like, 4 generations, and I probably still wouldn't care. So, I guess it really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
I guess that's fair. I am, just briefly, I am in-game. I am doing monotonous setup stuff.
Yeah, you're good.
No, not sell equipment. Don't be stupid.
I know. It's been like, unless you guys have been playing, I haven't booted the game since October. So,
yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
I know. Well, I came in and I was still wearing the Halloween armor that I put together for the Halloween stream, so I was like, oh god, has it really been that long?
Yeah.
So
Jay was specifically like, I need to boot it before stream so I know that I can switch my layered armor first. And like, I remember that I had switched my layered armor away from it, but I didn't touch my Palico or Palamute, and so now I'm switching them back.
Oh, everybody saw mine. I mean, I liked the sets that I put together for it, so it's not like I was ashamed of it. It's just like, oh man, it has... I mean, I told you when we did the initial switch, and I mentioned it to chat as well, but like, I burnt out on it pretty hard, so it was a necessary thing. I'm actually already really excited that I'm back in game at all, even if I'm just beating on high rank monsters to kind of like view the state and talk to chat when you guys get here.
You got burnt out on what now? Sorry?
Oh, just Monster Hunter in general. Like, we were playing so much Sunbreak, and it's like, I was really starting to feel like the lower variety of monsters, where it's like, oh, cool, we're fighting this guy again. Like, fine.
Yeah.
I want another, like, they could give me N64 low poly models if they just gave me a roster comparable with the size of 4 Ultimate, and I would be fine. Like, that's,
oh my god.
That's all I want again. It's just like, I don't care how pretty it is, just I want to be able to put 1,000 hours into this without feeling like I'm fighting 2 guys.
I never realized how much I would miss him until he was gone, but he's not even my monster, but Zamtrios. Holy shit, I miss Zamtrios. He was such a fun fight.
And his babies are in this game. It's like,
I know.
I remember it was that, and then the Ukantors. There were people that were like, well, why did you think that Zamtrios and Agnoctor would be in the game? It's like, my brother in Christ. This is like the wording of the meme. It's my brother in Christ. Their babies are here. They are in the game. They're just not the big ones. What do you mean? Why were you expecting it? They're right there.
My dude, their babies are here. Think about it.
Which, God, I feel bad because I've basically just been, like, kind of going on and on to chat about, like, complaints or nitpicks and stuff. Did you hear that they announced water, but explicitly went out of their way to say, but not water combat. We're not swimming combat. You can swim together. They're swimming, but it's not swimming combat. It's like, okay, just tell me Logia is not going to be in the game again. That's just get it over with. Just tell me now, so I don't have to go through like 20 updates of hoping that maybe he'll be back.
And I know you and I, for beyond obvious reasons, have talked about this before, but like, I actually got to enjoy a Logia fight in Generations where there isn't underwater combat.
I know!
They still have you fight Logia.
I know!
Oh
There's
God.
even the version that is specifically... You know what? So, I've never played it, because I'm not going to, because... Well, I don't know. I don't think it was a gacha game, actually, so maybe I will look into, like, emulating it or something. But there was... No. There was a mobile game. I think it was called, like, Monster Hunter Dynamic Hunting or something like that. It was one... I think it was Japan only. I could be wrong. But it had a lot of really interesting looking variant monsters in it. So, like, there were, like, I don't know if this is accurate, but let's just say, like, Lava Barioth, you know, just shit like that. Like, there were just other monster variants. And one of them was called Land Conquest Logia, and he was Earth Element. Not Fire, he was Earth Element with, like, ground waves and stuff. It's like, give it, just that! Give me that! I'll play that! That sounds fucking amazing! Like, I will fight Rock Logia. That's close enough. Just put my boy back in the game. I'm begging you. You have 2 land versions now. I'm going to starve to death. Where am I going? Oh, did you actually come back to the same area because I got, like, fucking lost a second ago? You did! Hey, bud! Oh, no. Okay, thank you.
I don't know. I don't remember anymore what decoration used to be in my fire sword, and I was trying to be like, let's set up for flame, because that's kind of my default, and
I know.
Depending on what we do first, it might be weak to fire, right? But oh my god, I cannot remember what decoration I used to have in it.
Slash. Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna swap between weapons that look cool at this point. Like, we're playing for one session, and I don't know. I want to optimize for sure, but at the same time, it's been so long, I just kind of want to be like, yeah, charge play. Like, woo. Especially since Wilds is going to come out and we're going to have to do the whole loop again. And, like, who knows how Gear is going to optimize in that one. So I think at this point, I might be in my, like, golden years of Rise Sunbreak, where it's just like, I remember when I cared about this. But now I can just, like, sit on the beach and swing my Charge Blade and be cool with it. And, like, not stress. Really a little bit.
I mean, I guess I could put Power
Got
Prolonger on. That would be good. That'd be fun, right? I wish I
Oh.
could make another Handicraft Jewel. That'd be good.
Wazen, Logia is my favorite monster of all time. Yeah, like, no question. Easy. I just had somebody in chat was like, oh, a fellow Logia fan? It's like, let me tell you a story,
Oh.
friend. I won't shut the fuck up about Logia, Chris. I'm the embodied the meme of like, if Logia has one fan, I am that fan. That's where I'm at.
Yes. I legitimately, and I again, obviously, say this with nothing but love. But
I know.
I wish I had a monster I identified with as much as you identify with Logia.
I'm looking up at my desk right now at my 4 Logia statues above my monitor. Granted, there's 2 Brachiodos there as well, but that's because Myth didn't want them anymore, so I kept them.
Oh, right. Since it just happened to remind me, we are currently about to have a thunderstorm, so if we suddenly disappear, that's why.
Good to know. I need to see these
Decoration.
Logia statues. Here, fuck it. I mean, at this point, we're waiting. Oh, is that a cool end frame? That's kind of a cool end frame. Actually, it just kind of looks like he's, like, barking a spark at me, but sure, we'll screenshot that. Why not? Not even gonna look at you.
Oh, I just perked our dog accidentally. I'm sorry.
Those are the best. Well, now that you're here and there's more chat, I completely fucking forgot to mention this yesterday. We reached 100 followers on Twitch.
Oh shit!
That's fucking rad. Thank you, everybody.
That's
I know.
amazing.
I know
yeah.
there's only like, you know, maybe a circulation of 10 or so people that are regular chatters, but that's like really cool, and I'm super flattered.
Yeah, that's amazing.
When we were doing the, thank you, Wazen. I really appreciate it. When we were doing Mega Man Maker yesterday, and I was playing a stage that Neon Dreamer, I think I've talked about him in chat plenty of times. He's a friend of mine. He made a level specifically for stream, and it just turned out that happened to be a record-breaking stream. I mean, it was only like 27 unique viewers or whatever, but it's like, oh, hey, Twitch gave me like an actual alert that said like, this is the best stream you've ever done. It's like, dope. Okay, cool. Thank you. So I'm real happy about that. I appreciate everybody's time and energy, and you guys on Team Tuesdays especially. It's just been like super fucking fun.
Yeah, it's been a good time.
Okay, so while we're waiting for these two to drop in proper, I'm gonna
it
put
might have
those
been this exploit.
statues. So this is one of them. It's actually untransparent. That'd be awesome. It's not.
Weakness exploit or power? I'm gonna do power prolonger. That feels more me. There we go.
Oh, also, not
I
important.
guess I should actually get online, huh?
It's fine. You're chatting. That's all. That's all we need. But
I think that may have been Jay.
Yes.
Hello. Oh, Jay,
Hey,
you're just in
hello.
time for me to talk about how excited I am. I made myself dinner tonight. I made sushi for the first time ever, and it came out fucking awesome.
Sounds fucking awesome.
Oh,
I was very happy with it.
am I creating the lobby? Am I hosting?
Yeah. Well, actually, as long as you think that won't be janky with the possible power concerns, I wouldn't mind.
I mean, assuming our power doesn't go out, it should be fine with our Google Fiber.
On Etsy. Open image in 10. No, open
I'm
image. I
looking-
don't want the store page. Are you fucking kidding me? Just
I will go ahead and put a passcode. Not that it's going to be very secret, because I have to verbally tell you guys. But you know,
it's fine. I think everybody in chat is like, oh, I've got this, but it's on PC, so I think we're good.
I'm gonna do 0813.
Oh wait, make make sure that that doesn't get sniped. Oh god, the input lag on the TV. Oh, Jesus. I turned around to do this, and it's like I'm walking through fucking tar. It's so bad, man. It's like a full second of delay. It's rough. Only on the Elgato, though. I mean, it works fine when it's plugged directly in. It's just like, as soon as I'm capturing, it's a nightmare. List close, yep. Yep. Know that guy. Bobby, give me the code again.
0813.
Yeah, I made myself, it didn't come out thick, which is fine because the rolls were, I over-riced them real bad. I only had to make one, which is good because I didn't realize. By the time I finished making it, because I was working with a friend on voice chat because she's done it before, it was like, oh, I'm almost done. This is gonna be great. I get to enjoy dinner. Oh god, it's 5:30. Like, fuck, I still have so much raw salmon that I have to clean up. Oh my god. So that's why I was like almost late to the stream tonight, is because like, this is really fun, and oh god, oh, what have I done? So that was fun. That's tight. G. Showing these guys the Logia statues because we just unveiled to chat how much of a obsession I have. Monster Hunter Is Monster Hunter still in Wait a minute. Why not have a dedicated Monster Hunter asset folder? Shit, it's been a long time since we played Monster Hunter if I don't have a folder for it. Oops.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and commit to making that armor set. Oh, he's currently got his Ostalo sword on. Okay. I only need 2 pieces of Amatsu scrap for that. Dope. I have plenty.
Okay, I've got the 4 figures. Have to throw on screen. They're not transparent. This is gonna be super sloppy. Chat asked. Ooh, did you guys see the Sonic Movie 3 trailer?
Yes, I did.
How you feeling about it?
I love it.
I'm real excited.
I've loved this whole series since they replaced the Sonic.
I know! That's like all of the YouTube... It was one of the best YouTube comment sections I've read in a long time. Because it was just non-stop people like, can you believe that this started with like a surefire train wreck and then the studio changed the model and now we're anticipating a 3rd movie? Like, that's
with Keanu Reeves.
I know, like...
no people playing Shadow.
That's a crazy turnaround. Like, there is no reason why it should have worked out this well based on how it started, but here we are. Like, oh my god, did they do the Akira bike slide? Come the fuck on, man, it's gonna be so cool. I cannot wait.
Cannot wait. Looks amazing.
The fact that they're already doing, like, orchestral versions of Live and Learn, too, is just like, oh! So good. It's just, I'm so excited. Okay, so chat, this is, I'll do them in a descending order, so, like, smallest to largest. I got an Ivory, like this one here. I think this one's maybe a repaint because it's a little bit more vivid than the one I've got. He's pretty cool.
Better yet,
he's a little tiny one.
I can ghost our chat too. Here we go. Oh, let me turn the phone volume down. There we go. There we go.
Okay, so there's that one. Then second is this one. Gets to sit on like the little posts. They're old school blind box ones. I've had him for a while. He's all the way in the back because it's the only way I can get the stand to fit in the little desk cubby thing that I've got going on. Then there's second largest. This one I really like. And there's variants of all 3 Logias in, I think, all of these actually, and I would love to go back and collect the ones I don't have, but holy shit, are they expensive now. But this one is real cool because it's just coming out of the water, so it's got like the resin water thing. So he's only like a half body, but it's bigger. And he is essentially to scale with the final one, which is full body, and like one of my absolute favorite things that I have in my collection, which is the big one that I would love in all three colors, except the white and black variants are like $700 now. But this guy right here is so big and so detailed and sharp to a point where you could probably kill somebody with him if you hit him with it hard enough. They're so cool, though. Like, I love these guys. He's like just a big handful of a figure. I've had him for a long time. I think that might be the first one that I got, because that would have been... I think when I was at the job where I was working test for Shadow of Mordor, and we got a lot of overtime on that project, so we were like rolling in OT pay for a while, and I was just like, I'm gonna buy like Gundam toys and Monster Hunter figures. Fuck it, I don't know what to do with all this money. And now I'm like, boy, I could use some of that.
Use some
right
money.
now. Yeah.
That feels familiar in the timeline of it. I remember you showing me that figure while you were doing tests for that.
It would have been around the same time as
Mordor.
getting like the Heavy Arms Robot Spirits figure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, they're dope.
I got a Gore and I got a Rathalos figure.
Ooh. The Gore one's probably real cool. I'm
Actually, it's
one, but it is pretty cool actually.
it is a very mini one. I got it in like a very small random box. So
Oh, yeah.
It's not my coolest.
No, but those are still great. Like, two of the ones that I got in that whole image set are blind boxes. Those figure collections are awesome. You can get so many versions.
It's an even smaller set than that one.
I don't know, the one on the post is pretty tiny. Like, if I held my thumb up next to him, like, the curve to the root of his tail is probably only about, like, the height of my thumb.
It's that size, that first size one. The Rathalos is the second size one, like you showed, even that stand and everything.
Yeah. No, God, the big ones are great, but I'm hoping, since they did that, okay, it's the 20th anniversary, let's all poll across all, like, 270-odd monsters who the favorite is. Lagia came in third. Can we at least get a new fucking statue, maybe? Like, you're not gonna put him in the game, whatever. Can I get a toy, like, anything? Because they've re-released a Zinogre figure, like the posable one. They've re-released a couple others after that poll, and they re-released Rathalos, who came in 21st. No Lagia stuff. It's like, are you fucking kidding me, Capcom? Why are you like this? I just want the one thing! Give it to me like, give me just, Monster Hunter version Lagia, and he could just be the only monster in the game. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll buy it. That's my Pokemon version. I'm all good. Anyway, I haven't actually mentioned this yet, but chat, you're voting on who we fight on and off. So we're going to pick one, and while we're fighting them, you're going to pick one, and then we're going to go back and forth. So figure out who you want us to fight, and we'll do our best. And that's the gimmick. I'm going to switch to Switch Axe because it's been forever.
Have we talked about the staggering and whatnot? Are we...
The back and forth, so like we pick one and then chat pick one? Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I missed that part.
It's all good. I'm talking real fast.
Do we want to start on one of ours so that the chat has time to like look at what options are and kind of make a vote or anything?
That's probably smart. Irena will unleash a fucking EMP if they reveal Lagia in Wilds. Like, this Dino Reploid will explode. Tyranno, damn. Oh, he sent a VTuber. Okay, you guys think about what you want to fight first. I'm fine. I did, like, puns.
I'm pretty sure Jay knows exactly who he wants to fight.
I want to fight a Gore. Or a Chaotic Gore.
I'm down for either one of those. Sounds good.
Yeah, go ahead and post.
Alrighty.
Ammo.
I'm checking.
Yeah, sorry, I went ham. I, blacked out talking. So I need to scroll up and find where you, know Santa Myth. Oh, you requested... I see. Narrowing down on it.
There
Give me a Santa Myth. Santa Myth. Okay.
Did you find the quest already?
No, I was looking up his weaknesses and stuff.
And yes, thank you, Magnus, for the assist on that. It's fire. He's weakest to fire, I remember.
It's kind of back and forth, fire and dragon.
Yeah. The way I always remember fire for him is because he's the old school, like, Cloak and Dagger movie monster, and it's, fire bad! So, you know, that kind of hissing in the darkness. Anyway, I need to make a Santa myth really fast. So bear with me a second.
A Santa myth.
It was the VTuber prop request yesterday on
Oh,
stream because
gotcha.
Myth is still out for the foreseeable
Yeah, yeah.
future while he gets everything taken care of. I
Heard.
feel like he can't be upset if I mention this, and I keep saying it like this ominous thing. He's moving, so he's just packing things to move to a new apartment. It's nothing dire. He's just
Got
very
it.
busy. I don't know why I keep making it so fucking mysterious on stream. I'm worried people are gonna think he's like dying or something like that. But no, yesterday's prop request was the plush crow with a sign, like a picket sign saying "We miss Myth." So I'm just gonna put a Santa hat on that and put it back on stream.
I love it.
It was pretty fun. It was a fun kit bash. Santa hat. Wait a minute. Santa crow hat. I think that's probably mostly just gonna be pictures. Yeah, crows. No, not AI images. Don't ruin it, Google. Okay, Santa hat it is. Can't have anything nice anymore. Actually, so something is at least happening. Is the quest up?
Yes.
Yes.
Streamlabs. Jay, did I tell you while you were in here? I'm playing on my capture device, so my screen is like smaller than the Switch screen, and there's no
Oh,
sound.
goodness.
It's because there's so much input lag when I'm capturing on my TV that I have no other choice. So I'm just like trapped in this purgatory. Should I switch to my fire? No, I'm not gonna worry about it. It's electric. Let's go, baby. We not stressing today.
The electric weakness is 3rd, so it's not like you're going to be using a resisted element. You're fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
my DPS with Switch X should be high enough for me to be worried about it, even if it was a resistance, if I'm being honest.
it's valid.
Yeah, I'll leave for insurance. Input lag on your TV from capture device that's on. Yeah, it's really most egregious with the Switch, but I noticed it on the PS5 too. It's because it's going directly into my capture device, and then that's what's outputting it on the TV, I think is how it's set up. I don't know, I'm probably just wrong. Either way, there's input lag, and I have to play through the capture device, and it sucks, but I'll deal with it. For you, the viewer, I will endure this torment. Wait a minute. I should probably make sure I've got items in my inventory. I haven't checked my inventory box yet.
I'm going to do that.
We all forget how to play.
It has been a hot minute.
It has been a while. That's what makes it fun, though. This was a good suggestion. Okay. And a hat, transparent background. This is fake transparency? Google, you have gotten so unusably terrible. Okay, there we go.
Feels good seeing the squad back together.
As Myth just isn't here.
I'm not
I know,
needing
I
to
know.
exclude him.
I know.
Oh,
It's
y'all
okay.
are waiting on me, huh? I need to double check.
Technically, I'm
Paladin
waiting on a Santa hat.
Web.
Wait, how do I switch to the dog? Okay. Select buddies.
Honk folder, why not?
I have that honk folder now.
Yeah. there
Yeah,
we
we
go.
really need to get you guys set up with the VTubers. We keep talking about it and then fucking forgetting.
No,
Very
I have the honk folder. Like, I have the honk application.
Oh, it's actually like all plugged in?
Well, at least it's turned. I have it on my computer now. I don't know what to do with it, but I have it.
Oh, okay. I mean, honestly, once you... It's really easy. Not easy enough where we should eat into time tonight, but like after stream, let me know and I can walk
Okay.
through it.
Sounds good. Let's do that.
'Cause, yeah, it's really fun. I literally just put the Santa hat in this folder. Where'd it go?
Let me know when you. All right, you ready?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Been using an Xbox controller too long.
Okay, the hat is the best when it's covering most of the eye.
Yes.
God, the Richards. It was so funny when I'm going through and exporting a whole bunch of videos for like the upload process. And like half of the automated thumbnail detection has been the Richard Heart because you send it so often. It's like, oh, that looks like a face. That's probably a thumbnail. It's like, well,
That's hilarious.
you're not wrong, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Minimized.
Get on Doggo. We come
Yes.
here.
Doing so much. All right. Characters.
Alright. We'll do powders when we actually find them. Let's go on our buff route.
You guys have fun with that. I'm gonna throw myself directly into harm's way. Okay, Santa Myth is on screen. Now we're all a family again. Bonus points if it's the RuneScape Santa hat. I saw that too late. I don't know if I would have been able to find a good one of it, so I'm glad that this one is acceptable. You tried different HDMI cables. I haven't. That's not a terrible idea.
What's the run button again?
It's R1.
Yeah,
It took me a
whatever you
second
want
to
to
find
call
it
it.
too.
On the Doggo?
Yeah. And then the Mario Kart drift is left trigger. Up! Oh, well, okay. 3 rations for me. Oops. I'm good at video games.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, Jay, you missed it. We're at 100 subscribers. As of,
Oh, nice.
yeah, as of, like, over the weekend, I think. I put the story out for... I put the story out for, like, one of the things I was going to be playing, and I got, like, 1 extra follower, and that put us to 99. And then somebody joined during a Mega Man Maker stream, and it, like, rolled us over. It happened yesterday. I forgot to mention it on that stream. I am very excited about that.
Ooh,
I think I'm going to look
lucky
for the...
life.
If you think I'm going to look for the Lucky Owl on a screen this size, I am sorry to disappoint you, but that is not happening.
No, I can't blame you, but at least it's like active on the map now.
Yeah, it's somewhere. One of you guys will be able to find it easy. It's up by the, it's around Area 9 right now, I think. If it was me that triggered it, I think it was.
It was.
Bug.
Recovered.
Gore, I'm ready to eat my hubrisy fate. Especially because, oh, this set doesn't have earplugs on it. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely ready to hear it. I did literally say I want to play Switch Axe, not remembering that it had been a while since I used Switch Axe, even during the October streams.
Mhm.
That's fine. We're fine. It just makes it more exciting for the people watching this.
We live in.
Well, let's not get crazy. That might be objectively untrue in a moment.
Let's not get crazy.
Let's not get crazy. They're starting to release Team 4-Star shorts, and the first one that populated on my feed on YouTube was this cell is comprised of over 10% of Goku's DNA. These parameters are acceptable. It's like, yeah! Starting off real good!
I found the owl.
Yay!
Oop! I'm getting really lucky with some of these very stupid dodges I'm doing.
Like right on the other side of this freaking wall, huh?
Yeah. Oh, so what do you both know about Wilds? Like, content and update-wise?
I saw the new trailer. I saw a lot of the gameplay footage that's been going on at GameCon. It looks really fun. It looks a lot more like World than, obviously, than Rise.
Yeah.
Or...
I
So,
need to look into it more.
there is...
Actually watch it.
There's one update that I've only heard secondhand, so I don't know if this is accurate or not. I might be completely wrong. But I wanted to... Oh, I might die! Okay, I didn't die. Cool, we're good. We're gaming. Don't worry about it. No panic here. But it looked like somebody pointed out that they had, like, a monster is about to do a big attack UI warning. And if that's true, I hate that a lot. What are your thoughts?
I did not see that anywhere. So if they have that, that's oh, they have the weakness, like hey, look, this is where the weakness
No,
is
yeah,
now.
the live lock-on thing, I'm still kind of iffy on that, but that's whatever, you know, that's just an extension of the lock-on feature, and that's been around since the DS, so whatever. But, no, this is like, you know the lightning bolt flash in Gundam when, like, new types see each other? That, like,
Yes.
it looked like that. Like a big, like, here it comes! Like a big fucking obvious, like, warning light. For like, oh, it's like Teostra's about to do his Nova. It's like, well, okay, but like, don't tell me, like, if that's accurate, I don't want that. That's not, I want to know that because I'm learning it, and not because the game is saying, hey, move, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I'm just fucking wrong, because like I said, I haven't watched any of the Gamescom footage, so I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I also don't know how much is just like, hey, this is demo tutorial, we're trying to teach you.
That's true, too. Somebody in chat, when I mentioned this earlier, and I'm sorry, chat, for repeating myself, but now there's people to actually directly talk to about it, so you kind of have to hear it again. I'm sorry, I love you.
No, you don't. I'm just
I
kidding.
know I do. It's nice. I like my buddies, my Maverick Hunter pals. No, but so... One person mentioned, and rightfully so, like, this is not wrong. Even if what I'm saying is true and I hate it and it's the worst edition and whatever, this would remain accurate. They said that it might be, like, an accessibility thing that you could turn off. It's like,
That's
yes,
fine.
that's not wrong, but my concern is, like, it's kind of similar to how you can now turn on, like, hitbox, hurtbox frame data in fighting games and get, like, that kind of information. But I would argue that the difference in a case like that is that you are going to be fighting extremely precise, very fast-paced against another person, whereas everything about Monster Hunter emphasizes, like, body language and memorization. And when a big attack like that, again, this hypothetical, if I'm wrong, I hope I'm wrong, thing would be alerting to, it wouldn't be like a 1 to 2 frame jab that might be longer than the actual visual effect is. It's like, hey, get out of the way of the dump truck. Oh no, you got hit by the dump truck. You know, like, stuff that by all rights the animation should already be doing.
Where you
that.
tell you.
Yeah. So, like, that almost seems like...
There we go.
Babying? Like, the accessibility, cool. I'm all for accessibility. I won't complain too much about some of the other stuff that I think is kind of in that same, you know, maybe dial it back a little bit bracket. But that one, as soon as I saw it, was like, okay, that's a little worrying. If it's what it is, and it's actually, you know, what is being described, then I'm scared of that.
Yeah.
If anything else, you know, what could that mean for, like, later games where it's like, oh, we want even more players, so let's make it even more of that. And then it's just like, you know, I was already a little on the fence about seeing that the bow was getting homing shots. And that's at least cool and flashy. So it's like, okay, you know what? Fine. It's also, I might die, like, for real this time. Nope, he ran away. Everything's good. We're gaming still.
Which way is he going?
He's still up here with me in the top peak area. If anything else, I think the homing shots for the bow also help to differentiate it between light and heavy bow guns better. Because it's just like, okay, this is the ranged one that can do this. As opposed to, you know, all of them just kind of being like different flavor of projectile. And that's grossly simplified. I've never played any of the projectile weapons, so I don't know. I think they're very cool. So, and they've been getting some really dope tech, so I don't want it to sound like I'm bad-mouthing weapon types. All the weapons are fucking bad.
Oh, right, I should. Powders.
There was a really funny, like, you know, new weapon updates, every main looking at their trailer, you know, that whole, like, fast-paced Powerpuff Girls music meme that you see floating around occasionally. And the one for Greatsword was just, it's exactly the fucking same again. And it's like, yeah, comfort zone. It was really funny, because I'm the Greatsword main. It's like, yeah, that's pretty accurate, and I don't hate it. Like, the appeal of the Greatsword is, ooh, big stick, do big number, and I'm way into that, so That's fine.
Get Blastoaded.
Oh yeah, you're like Frog Master over here.
I
Maybe
got
I
the
should, like,
Blastoise also. I was just trying to
Actually do something. with switch
not
X now
have
that
it aggro for a second.
Oh, you hurt.
I'm health. But now I've got the confidence of having teammates here, so maybe I should be
Oh, no.
stupid.
You just gotta believe.
Belief doesn't do anything in the face of health values.
There's my Blastoise.
I need to start doing flashy stuff. It's so hard on a screen this size. God damn.
What a rough.
I missed
Oh,
with my
oh,
fire.
oh,
dude.
right. Okay, so that's
Damn it.
that.
Full waste there.
I have a full file, so I really want to do at least one burst mount. You know what? Forget killing
Ram.
Goku. Magnus, I can't make it Thursday, so I'm trusting you to add to this master creation. Oh, it's a bummer that you can't make it on Thursday. That's Gundam Breaker Day.
Yeah, that's a shame. I
But
won't
no,
be able to be here either anyway. I'll be at work.
I know, I'm sorry. Well, like, I'm doing it intentionally to do all, like, the tutorial stuff, so by all rights for
Yeah.
us, it won't be super exciting, but it's more for, like, I'm gonna fucking sell this game to everybody. Anybody that will listen, I'm going to make buy this game. It's like this and
Got
Monster
him.
Hunter, I've already told, like, other friend circles, it's like, well, bye! I'm out of here for a while! Both of them. It's crazy to me that, like, Monster Hunter is now, like, this global empire of an IP, and I am ready to
No
sink...
joke.
I'm, like, ready to sink identical numbers of hours into it as I am
Got
into
him.
the I'ma build fake toys game. Not that Gundam isn't also, like, wildly popular, but you know what I mean. Like, as far as video games go, it's like, really? They Gundam games? Like, yeah! You don't understand. I can paint these? It's great.
I don't think you understand. It's fully customizable, my dude.
Oh, I found out
Make
through,
your own giant robot.
I
They even
was-
have dioramas.
I know, I can't wait for the... Dude, for thumbnails? Are you fucking kidding me? The diorama mode is gonna be
Right.
amazing. I am
Oh.
ready to lose so much time just posing my fake action figures.
I realized when I was taking my shower earlier today that when we have the ability to play in downtime with your buddy, who I won't name drop,
Yeah.
that we can just text in our group chat, and I would be like, Tensei Gundam launching.
Yeah, not wrong. Oh god, why do I keep whiffing that? Come on, I need to do one cool fucking move. Okay, let's go. I missed. It wasn't even the right move. Ah! The worst. I'm the worst at
Everyone
Monster
have a
Hunter.
disc.
Thank
Ooh,
you.
thank you.
Now, let's go, let's go, let's
Actually,
go, let's go,
needed
let's go.
that.
I'm on the tail, let's fucking go! That's it. It's not as exciting when the screen is a fucking circle. I can't fucking see anything. Can't Savage Axe though. Oh, but earlier, the missing Thursday line was because Damnation asked Magnus in chat to take up the reins and add to the Myth Santa thing on Thursday because he can't make it. And Damnation's response was, I already know what I'm doing. So,
Magical.
I'm real curious.
No.
Also, I'm just gonna say to both of you right now that I'm proud of the fact that I haven't been paying attention to this fight at all, and I haven't died once.
Yeah.
So the fugue state is still super intact. Feels good. This is what a crippling dependency on an IP does to a person. I'm playing a video game while looking at a text box instead of the actual game.
I mean, I basically do the same thing anytime I play Pokemon now. It's so second nature to
Yeah.
how many hours I've logged into any given Pokemon game that, like, I can be fully
Oh, that's
invested in,
terrible
like,
timing.
watching whatever brand new movie or show and be playing Pokemon, and it won't faze me.
Yeah, I got stung by a Banobber right when he did that. He fucking dive bombed me. Still didn't die though. Get better, Gore. Fuck you.
I need help. Alright.
Hey, idiot,
Damn it,
look at me.
I am infected. That's what I was trying to avoid.
I don't remember if this armor set has aggro on it.
Alright, I'm good.
I don't know if I've mentioned it to
Oh.
you both. Actually, Ervil, I've probably mentioned it to you in passing because of the D&D stuff. Gimme. Okay, hold on. Hang on. I'm piloting a Gundam real fast, speaking of synergy. I mounted the monster.
I have bombs ready for the knockdown then.
Sounds good. I'm gonna be greedy and go for one more heavy hit. That wasn't it. Hit and hit. Okay. Oh my god, what did I do? I did that totally wrong. Plant bombs, but we're gonna mount him by mistake. I completely hit the wrong button. I whiffed Punisher and just like ran into him again.
It's fine. I'll hold the bombs. I'll hold the bombs until he's down from this. There we go.
Hex is also really tiny too. What was I talking about before? Oh, nope. I lost it. What were we talking about?
We're good.
On my way.
Nice.
Ooh! Right in the face, too.
Yeah, he's gonna be pissed about that.
Oh, I meant me, but also the bomb, yes. I did like a cross-the-map double wire bug vault directly into a critical swing on his face.
Heal.
Oh, his face that had just been blown up? Oh my god.
I guess so! Can somebody get life powder ready? I'm gonna do something stupid.
Oh shit.
That's a good reaction to what I just said. Okay, nope, this is just bad. You know what, just give me a life powder anyway, I think. Is probably the smart way to go. Okay, thank you. Good.
Oh,
Not if I run right into that, but I can actually heal myself this time.
Alright.
So, like, Nuzlocke when? I can't do Nuzlocks. These two would love to do that, I'm sure.
Yes,
but I'm too delicate of a baby to even, like, think about the concept of one of my party members dying. And I know that you can flavor it however you want, but that's not how my brain operates. Anyway, I'm gonna blow this guy up.
I'd be down for a alternate take of a Poke Challenge, like, they take replace the, like, boxing of Pokemon, a la dying rule being the primary rule with, like, the level cap with the gym leader's ace being the primary rule, and then making that a Soul Link. I'd be down for that.
That could be cool. Something like that I'd be for. You know what I also...
Soul Link Gym Challenge Adventure.
Yeah. One thing that I'd really like to do with you guys, too, and I've already talked about this at length on stream, and with Myth just in general, is I really want to find a good combination of games for us to do an archipelago of, if you're familiar. Those are the ones that are multi-game randomizers, so like, Myth would be playing Super Metroid, and you would be playing Pokemon, and you would both be sending each other items for your respective games. Like, I really want to stream something like that. The problem right now is, on top of it being kind of janky, because it's still newer tech, there aren't a lot of games that I'm super interested in. Like, it would probably just end up being Ocarina of Time again, and I've been doing that for randomizers so much that it wouldn't be, like, new for the stream. Like, it would still be fun, but visually it wouldn't be anything different for these guys. But, like, one of the game options right now is a Battle Network game, and that wouldn't be short, but it would be interesting. So, like, we could do a Battle Network Pokemon randomizer, because that's real. That's a thing we could actually just do. Stuff like that, I think, would be really neat. Thunderblade! Not a Mega. What's the, combine? Probably in a menu somewhere, right? Crafting list.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Mega Potion. Hey, cool. 10 Mega Potions. Yeah.
I dodged right into one of his,
Just like stumbling around out of the fucking
Burst.
distance, dodging all of this dumb shit. Like, do I make healing items again? Mr. Magooing through like corruption, death blasts, and shit. hardest Nuzlocke currently is Wild and how time-consuming it is, like the pro Nuzlockers spending hours calculating each battle. Yeah, that's like... Oh, I'm very injured. When did that happen? That's one of the reasons why I never got into competitive Pokemon. Like, I don't really like reducing it to math. And I know that that's an oversimplification of it, but it's like... So the reason I like Pokemon so much, outside of, like, you know, just the design, I think it's charming, all of the obvious good visual stuff, is I'm an idealist optimist blend where, like, I really like heroics and positivity and good stuff like that. So the fact that Pokemon is a series that's all about, like, friendship and bonding and partnership and stuff like that is really, really cool. And when people just, like, reduce it to numbers, it just, like, actively bums me out, because it's like, well, that's not the point. Oh, hey, Almudron, how's it going? Okay, let me see if I don't fuck this up this time. Speaking of Pokemon battles, out there twice. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, break his face.
Deck you with a giant tail fist or whatever. Okay, this time I'm actually going to do the Mounted Punisher. Here we go, punishing. Agree, it's hilarious at how at odds competitive Pokemon is to the theme of Pokemon. Yeah, well, it's like, that's also part of how I felt about Pokemon Go, too, where, like, all of the training in Go is replaced by, like, yeah, just collect, like, 1,000 of these guys and, like, mill grind them into experience dust. It's like, no, I'm good. That's not really what I want to do with this IP. It's cool that other people are into it. No complaints there at this point, but, like, I don't want to catch 1,000 Pidgey to have, like, one Pidgeot that's mine, because it feels like I'm letting all those other Pidgey down, because in my soul, I'm still a fucking 4-year-old.
Yeah, but how are they supposed to sell you more Pokeballs?
I know, right? That's the other thing, too, but I'm not going to do that. I've been complaining about game mechanics enough tonight.
Oh, I need some help!
Oh,
I need
alright.
some help.
I got you.
You got him? Okay.
Thank you.
Safe. I'm on Dust of Life now, too.
I think I made him mad.
I just figured the Dust of Life would be more helpful when you were that low, so I went ahead and used one of mine.
No,
I still have a life pouch. I have yeah, one of each left. All right.
Oh, and Damnation. Yeah, I just saw the message one above. I definitely don't doubt that what you were describing Nuzlocke-wise is way worse than, like, competitive in regards to, like, math calculations. I can only imagine. Because that's just, like, that's the other thing, too. Even setting aside, like, my delicate emotional shit, I also have ADHD. Welcome to the stream tags, everybody. And with that comes decision paralysis, and I don't think decision paralysis and Nuzlocke are flavors that would go well together. So, I think just for everybody's own, like, mental stability, it's a genre that I will stay well and truly away from. But that said, I totally get the appeal of it. Like, functionally, that kind of challenge run is awesome. It's the same thing as doing, like, a Buster-only run in a Mega Man game, really. Like, you're just doing something to change up the format of everything, and that's awesome. I love that kind of thing.
Now that we've broken his face, I want his tail.
I'm not doing anything, even though I've been hitting him this entire time.
Right.
Sure. Guys, what's it like playing on TVs that are bigger than your fist?
I'm actually playing on my big screen right now. It's like pretty nice.
Yeah, I bet!
Thanks.
Thanks for understanding the assignment of the question, Jay!
You're welcome.
Actually, it's fucking awesome! You should try it!
Try it.
Definitely recommend. 10 out of 10.
You don't have a TV? No, Jay, that's not what I'm saying. No, I get it. You're an idiot. Oh my god. Oh, now I'm very injured. Let's see if we're good. Are we good? I'm going to... You looking at me, kinda. Oh, no, I healed. Get better. Yeah, sure. Okay, hi, Thunderblade. Idiot.
Oh, did you not like the fact that I was about to cut your tail off? Oh,
No!
Fucking that shit.
I mean, very cool, but that happened right as I was doing my dive bomb.
All three of us.
Yeah, we were all nailing it. He's pissed at me right now. literally just carved his tail in his face.
I
I don't even feel sorry.
I love doing that. Oh, my stamina bar is missing.
It's gone.
It
I'll
basically,
check out.
it's, yeah. That delicious steak. Would you do Pokemon Hacks fan games? Yeah, I think doing a Pokemon fan game, I think, could be a cool stream. I'd be down for that. I know Airvol's been playing around with mods to do, like, type-changed starter stuff like that for a run that, at the very least, you've been planning. I don't remember if you told me if you, like, actively started it or not.
No, part of the problem I'm running into is that there's very little tools to mod the base game I want to put it in right now.
Gotcha. Because you wanted, which one? Again?
Soul Silver.
Right. Kind of amazing. Soul Silver is so beloved, you'd think that would have been one of the first ones to get to this.
I think it is more to do with the fact that modding Gen 4 is much more complicated, and like
Yeah, that's fair.
the Josh and I were talking about it recently. The what's it called? Fucking like decompiler router for Platinum only recently became like widely available, so Platinum mods are finally starting to be a thing.
Right. It means it's probably not far behind, but yeah, that sounds right.
But
it doesn't help. Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say briefly for chat, what I wanted to do is make a Soul Silver mod where I can start with a type swapped Dratini that's a Ghost Dragon
Honestly,
for the Pokemon Trainer OC reasons, and in another recent Pokemon conversation, I realized that I should also type swap my Arcanine to be a Fire Psychic type and make him based on Okami's.
Ooh, that's a cool one. I don't remember if you mentioned that one.
I don't know if I have mentioned that one to you yet.
I have an idea.
I got Toby.
Stream reveal. Oh, hi, Toby. I'll be there in a moment. Hard to read the map. Also running into walls. Feels like I've never played this game before, which I know is so completely inaccurate considering the fact that I
Oh my
haven't
God.
died yet.
Oh my god, can you just let me get a attack off? I'm gonna be blighted after this anyway. Yeah. He just full on knocked me down. There we go.
It's my heat gauge. I need flashy attacks. I've been doing nothing. So much nothing.
There we go. Mounted Punisher is happening.
Excellent.
There we go. That's my last Mulberry right here. That's gonna
I haven't used any Nullberries this hunt. Man, I'm really good at video games.
I believe that.
Oh, he's mad. I don't know if there's yeah. That instantly blighted me. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Knocked him over. I don't know shit. I'm gonna hit him with an axe.
Let me just stand in this as your go for a second.
I'm gonna keep hitting him with an axe. Oh, he's down. Alright. Oh no, he's not! I'm gonna keep hitting him with an axe.
Exhausted.
He's very exhausted. I'm gonna use this opportunity to keep hitting him with an axe. Oh, he is all tuckered out. Wait a minute. No, come back. This is the perfect time for me to stick a sword in you.
I forgot to grab the tail.
Oh, I did too.
And it's already gone now.
Oh
God.
shit, is it really?
Oh no, no it's not.
Oh my god, we're so good at Monster Hunter, you guys.
I did carve the tail, so y'all go ahead and run back and get it. I'll go ahead and keep the pressure on him.
Fuck is it? I'm gonna follow you. I think I remember, maybe? Hey, Wirebug. Pokemon Salt
he's
and Shadow
eating.
is an interesting change-up, but might be tough if you get attached to Mons. Yeah, that's the main, like any mods. I also just, I'm not a huge fan of mods that are like, I made it hard, get it? It's like, yeah, alright, cool. That said, I do, like, if I'm going into something like Kaizo knowingly, any kind of platformer,
Yeah,
that's different.
Kaizo's wild.
Because it's like, A, that's like level design art, but also B, it's like, okay, you're opting into doing this.
Alright.
Pokemon don't level up and it severely limits your healing. Why? Okay. Wait, if Pokemon don't level up, then do they just like never learn moves, or do you just keep like chain capturing, so it's like, okay, now I'm in the next area and this one's a level 15 instead of a level 8, so I'm gonna catch it?
Oh my god, I'm about to die.
No, sir.
Yep.
No.
Literally got
I
chained.
can't believe it. God damn it. All right. Well, okay. We'll hold off on him a little bit so he doesn't die while you're on the trek back.
Yep.
There are limited ways to level, but also dependent on catching new mons. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I at the very least, I appreciate the fact that whoever is in charge of it is trying to do different things mechanically. I'll give him that. It just doesn't really sound interesting on my end, personally, for the reasons that we just discussed, like, at length, so it's not like that's going to be surprising to hear. I hit him with a mud, but he should wear out a little faster, ideally. That actually still matters at this point in the fight. Yeah, Flash Bomb, look at this.
Might not auto-crafted it.
Oh, I died too! Oops!
Y'all.
That felt far away. I didn't even feel like I was in any danger there, but well. Oh, right, we got, I ate for, what's it? Insurance, that's the one. Technically, we only fainted once. Hey, I'm the first faint! Didn't count for you, Erevel. You didn't die.
I did. We just got insurance.
Nah. Doesn't count. Oh, yeah, I guess it's because I picked up, that flash bug.
Oh, come on.
Now
Oh,
I got
he's-
two.
Of course he is.
Weird
Oh,
how
that's
much,
good.
like, less stressed I am about the game, knowing that it's so small and I can't even, like, hear it. It's just like, oh, I died. Okay. That's fine.
Oh, he pegged me right in the face.
Upper room, like, right area. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Did it. Top off. Dodge. It was gonna be cool. It was gonna come in and heal everybody and save the day and then hit you in the face.
Exactly.
Possibly with an axe.
I might just use my fist right now.
Mud beetle. Oh, I missed! Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's good.
Take it.
Kind of surprised I didn't do more damage. Not gonna complain. Just surprised.
No, I just got here! Come back! I'll fucking... God. Alright. Well, he's gonna go to sleep, so I can at least try to hit him with, like, a burst counter or something. Let me, pick up another wire bug really fast. That'll at least look cool, and it's a free hit. He went up, right?
Yeah.
Should be going to sleep. Ideally, if we didn't rush him too... At all.
Oh. He just fell asleep.
Delightful. Let me read my switch skills real fast to make sure I even have the one I'm thinking of equipped. Elemental burst counter. Okay, yes I do. Wait. Charger. Yeah, okay. So if I place this, oh well, with the bomb that might be tricky. Okay. I'm going to hope that this angle does this the way I want it to. I might just set off the bomb. I can't believe you guys took out one in cart sewer ants policy. What's next? Maybe. Anyway, mental burst counter, elemental burst counter. Let's see if this hits. This isn't the one I thought it was, I guess. Does this just stay? Okay, wow, that lasts a long time. Holy crap. Okay, I'll hit him with this soaring Wyvern Blade instead, then that'll look really good. Up! And no. Oh, my fucking sword isn't... God, stop making this so complicated, game. Okay, third time's the charm. Let's fucking go. Up and hit. Please! Fuck it! Never mind! Let me just fuck up 8 moves in a row from a stationary position on a sleeping monster. I've never played Monster Hunter before in my life.
I could tell.
Oh my god. Just a disaster. Oh, so fucking funny though. God damn it. This is what I get for not not warming up with your complicated weapon. So I'd better do Charge Blade next.
I agree.
Yeah, this was the warm-up, obviously.
I mean, to be fair, I'm more familiar with the Charge Blade either way, but...
Here.
A PowerPoint presentation of failure. Teredo Extreme 1 Hunter version. God, it is astonishing how good you are at remembering all of those lines. Yeah, with how stationary all that was, PowerPoint's pretty accurate past me. Thank you for that. Hey, look, I hit him that time, and it killed him. Let's fucking go! God damn it! It would have been so much cooler if it happened the way I wanted it to, but whatever. We're fine. We got him.
We got him.
Oh my god. What a hunt. Hey, chat, who do you want us to fight? It's your turn to choose. And I don't know if I've got the energy to put up a poll. I mean, do we want to put up, like, a pool of who we'd be up for fighting? Or do we just want to, like, have a couple people say stuff and then I put up a poll?
I'm kind of down for the latter. Like, that way if the chat has one in particular they were leaning toward, it at least is in the pool,
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
So, we have one for Luna Garon, Furious Rajang, because after what I said earlier, let's not get crazy. No, not necessarily opposed. That's two. Let's see if somebody gives a third.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be more convincing. It was made as part of a game jam originally themed as a Pokemon meets Dark Souls, and the team lead is Dan Felder, who used to work at Riot and is now a game design director at Sky Castle Studio. The back half is really interesting. What? Wait, so the villain is just like a real game dev? I don't know if I fully processed what you just like made me read. It was made as part of a game jam originally, or made as part of a game jam originally that was themed as Pokemon meets Dark Souls, and the team lead of the hack is a guy who used to work at Riot and is now a game designer. Okay, I don't know why I read that as like, and also I thought you meant like the Team Rocket leader was the guy. It's like, wait, but why? But okay, that makes way more sense. I feel like what have I not like slept in 4 days? What the hell is the matter with me today?
I was
Oh my God.
expecting it from Jay today.
No joke.
Just a real
I'm
hit
running off of
job
4
on a game
hours.
dev. No, he led the team. I know, man. Okay, so that's two monsters listed, and we're already back. So let me throw up a poll really quick. I'm only gonna make it brief because got a 7. Jesus. Where?
I got a decorative Espinoff statue.
Nice. There's Twitch. Oh, right, the Santa hat. Okay. Poll. Poll. I'm gonna leave that, allow additional votes, and this is only gonna be a 2-minute vote. Starting poll now! Get ye votes in. Jay, I know you're gonna be tempted, but you're not allowed to vote.
Oh.
There's already 2 votes for Luna.
I was going to vote for Furious.
Yeah, I bet you were. Stream participants are not allowed. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna grab something to drink while chat votes.
Magnus has only voted once. I don't even know who these monsters are. Oh, damn it. So, Luna Garon is basically an ice werewolf, and Furious Rajang is Ape Goku who screams electric lasers at you and is very fast and very angry. They're both fun fights. Like, you'll get good visual style out of both of them. One of them is going to be decidedly more difficult, but that's fine either way. I think in either direction, I'm not going to want under. Don't want to do Switch Axe again because that was embarrassing. So let me... That's not the right button. That's... And I'm real bad.
Just rusty. It's been a minute.
Oh, equipment load. Oh, no, it's because the timer for the poll was covering up that part of the UI.
Go figure.
How's my Thunderbind set? Attack 240? Bad. Okay. Yeah, I'll do the second one. Probably pretty neutral. Looks cool. One of the best looking charge blades in the game. I'm down. In fact, equipment. No. Loadouts.
So if we're gonna fight,
Guy. That's kind of a cool guy. Defender? Oh yeah, Defender. Lunagaron, 2-1. You'll never guess which monster I voted for. I know, wasn't. I'm sorry. But hey, I mean, you put it up enough where it was an actual vote, even if it was only 3 voters in total. That's totally fine.
so it goes fire, lightning, dragon.
Oh, yes,
For
third
Luna?
place again.
No, lightning second.
Oh,
Right, but he just switched to a dragon weapon.
I can switch to it. Switch to gun. Why not?
There it is.
Item sets. This.
Yeah.
Good. Yes.
Okay.
Stope.
I'll stick with fire. I'm cool with that.
Oh, you voted for Lunagaron, was interesting. Okay. Very honorable, actually, that you pitched one and then went for the other. Your results. Leave my UI now? Okay, you are. Appreciate it. See, that's extra good because the electric charge blade is, like, far and away my best one. So, this works.
Who's picking the quest?
You can grab it. I needed to do a bunch of menuing, so I'm still eating. Ultra weak slugger.
Normal or like all bugged out?
Oh, just do like a normal one.
Okay.
Slugger, defender. Yeah, let's do weakener to see if we get through it a little bit quicker. See if we can throw up another something. Nation was the one. Oh yeah, I guess that does track. You like to play the heel a little bit, which honestly I appreciate. I am set.
Where?
Or well, I will be
where?
as soon as it loads up. Wanted to see if I and Magnus shared the same brain cell and would both deliberately vote for the choice we didn't propose. Good news, we are in fact separate individual persons. Very good. There is no shadow without light. Damnation, very poetically said. Plus, I feel like any Twitch streamer worth anything needs to have at least one chat member that's like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. It's important. If I suggest something, I will usually vote for it immediately. That's also very fair. I like all 3 of the key points here. I wouldn't say that there's anything dishonest about it. Like, if someone suggested one monster that wasn't who you suggested, and you were like, oh shit, that was a good idea, you could vote for that. I wouldn't consider that cheating or dishonest or anything like that.
No, yeah. I agree. I gotta eat.
I am set. Oh, Tails. Kinda forgot I had this set. That is why, without a doubt, Kingdom Hearts is light! God damn you! Sure, but also I usually suggest based on my own biases, so it's rare I get out-biased when someone else suggests a thing. No, yeah, I totally get that, too. I mean, honestly, that's almost certainly where I would be at, too. It's more like, I might space out about something, or like, oh, I didn't know such and such was on this list, like if it was something I was slightly less familiar with, or whatever else. I know that wasn't likely for this. I'm just giving hypotheticals for the sake of conversation. You know.
I know.
Oh, good.
Do you know what I am saying?
Do you? Do you? I gotta go back to work. That's a shame.
Yeah, me too.
I think I'm gonna request time off. It's coming Wednesday to give myself a longer weekend to play Breaker 4.
I requested off for a 3-day weekend for myself coming up because we are traveling to visit my nephew for his birthday.
That's a better reason than what I just said. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use my PTO for my family, dick.
Except I'm a bartender, I don't get PTO. It's literally me putting money on the table and going,
Yeah.
keep this while I go visit family.
Right, so what I'm saying is even worse then. I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah, no. I'm not even... I'm on the fence about it still either way, because I don't know if I want to spend the PTO. Because as far as I'm aware, mine doesn't combine. Mine is combined, rather. Like, some jobs will have sick time and PTO separate, but I don't think my current job does that. So, this is basically me saying, like, yeah, I might break my leg later, but the robots are more important than that.
Obviously.
Obviously.
What are the chances you're going to break your leg?
Yeah, like, I already pre-ordered Gundam Breaker 4.
Exactly.
I didn't pre-order a cast.
It's coming. Like, it's going to be here. We are going to be making custom Gundams, but
Up until
am I going to be go snowboarding or some shit over the holiday and break my leg? No,
Up-
probably not.
Up until you specified, it sounded like you could have been talking about a truck running at me. It made it way funnier. It's like, oh, it's coming.
The murder train is
he's
coming.
Oh, I'm gonna crush your leg. I got 18
not
wheels
today.
on me.
It's been so long that I have fully lost my route on this map. Oh my god.
Yeah, I stumbled too. I was actually gonna go for it, but I think I'm just gonna go find him. I've embarrassed myself enough today. I don't need to get fucking lost in a video game that's like basically a big circle. Over here shaking the Mecha Break Steam page because I want more of that game. I'm really bummed that I didn't try it. Like, I found out too late that it's a 6v6 and not a Battle Royale, because that makes it way more interesting to me. When it was originally being pitched, everything made it look like it was going to be a Battle Royale. It's like, well, I don't like that format, so I wasn't in on it. But then as soon as I found out, oh, it's something different, I should try that. And then the demo ended. It's like, god damn it. Okay, well, that's my own fault. So I'm very excited to check that one out. Hey, look, I'm getting lost in the circle. Do not have the money to get Gundam Break. That is also fair. You can live vicariously through stream, though, because like I've mentioned, and I'm going to keep mentioning because I'm so excited to do it, the build on stream is going to be decided by stream, by chat. So, effectively, you get to design it. I'm going to have my own for when I'm playing otherwise, but I wanna do that real bad. It sounds super fun. Found him.
And hey, if nothing else, it may open the door for you to unlock other like EX attacks and stuff and functions like reload.
Why do you keep finding the Lucky Life?
I don't know. I'm like the one person that shouldn't be finding it. Yeah, no, so oh, right, that's what I was going to talk about earlier, and then completely got lost doing something else, and, like, maybe dying to gore. I finally started to see some, like, game review outlets talking about Breaker 4, which, A, is great, because it means it's, like, doing well enough to be advertised, which is fucking awesome. But they've started talking about, like, demo builds that they played, instead of just... you know, the demo that I played that was much more limited. And they did talk about full skill unlocks. I think it's actually going one step further this time, and stuff like electric light ball on the arms are going to be unlockable. Like, I think anything that is a cooldown skill. Exactly. So I think they're unleashing that more. They've also confirmed that technically not every weapon type will be able to be dual-wielded. And I was actually a little worried about this, because you know me, I'm going to main Greatsword as soon as I find one that I like. Apparently you cannot dual-wield. Like, if it's a two-hander, it's a two-hander. And I was actually thinking about that, like, last night, where it's like, okay, so if you do have a power fantasy for this, they are not removing that. Like, there are still reasons to run stuff that isn't one in each hand. Apparently, a tiny bit of the flavor of certain weapons is gone because there's, you know, your dual-wielding weapons. But they've also added stuff, so, like, I guess Whip wasn't considered a full weapon type in 3 because now they're classifying it as, like, a new weapon. And I did find that in the demo, and it was actually really cool because the hold attack on it, like the heavy attack, drags enemies towards you, and it's fucking awesome to dual-wield that with, like, a shorter melee weapon. So I guess they, like, reclassified it. And I don't know if that also means that they're replacing, like, chain rods with it, like the Epion Whip, or if it's now just, like, okay, you know, we made the whip more important instead of just an animation set, you know? So stuff like that is a thing. But apparently, like, certain overly flashy skills are now, like, instead of the katana combo, for example, one in the article just said, like, katana slashes, so I'm just going to say what they said. Because they didn't give any names. It's like, instead of it being a super flashy over-the-top attack, it's like a special 5-hit combo. It's like, yeah, okay, like, it's sort of a bummer that we might not be getting all of the really elaborate attack animations out, but I don't know if I care that much if it means I'm, like, unlocking Electric Light Ball on other arms and stuff like that. It seems like there's a give and take, and it also does make sense because, you know, they had to make it so that they can do the light-heavy combo thing with a bunch of one-handed weapons, and I imagine that would have been a fucking nightmare for them to do both. So I think that option is kind of a cool change. It at least keeps it fresh. It, you know, I'm not worried about that too much. I am wondering if Gatling gun is going to qualify as a two-handed gun. Now that I think about it.
Fair question. I was actually having that thought for bazookas because I was like, if you can even though it does happen in Gundam where we see like say heavy arms unicorn or full armor Gundam dual wielding Gatling guns or bazookas, it's not very common, and in that kind of game I feel like it would be pretty fucking OP.
Let's dual wield the nuclear bazooka from GPO2! Yeah!
Or even just like we were talking about the other day, like the Gatling gun with explosives rounds. Now I've got 2 of them. That's overpowered as fuck. Like,
in a way, though, I don't know if that kind of thing concerns me because the whole point outside of, like, the visual aspect is just, like, power fantasy. And one of the things that I like the most about Breaker is, like, I can make a GM and make it kick absolutely everything's ass sideways. Like, there isn't... Because so many... This is my key complaint with, like, 99% of Gundam games, is they are almost always, without fail, obsessed with being a Gundam product first and not a fun video game first. Usually. Not always. But, like, I have played so many different Gundam games where it's like, well, the funnels have to be the powerful thing, so everything else is going to be weaker than the funnels. It's like, well, okay, but, like, what if I don't want to use the funnels? Like, well, then you're weaker. Like, but I don't... That's not fun. Do you get, like, hey, game designers, that's shitty? Like, I don't want that. I really enjoyed Battle Operation 2, like the realistic one that I told you about a little bit, for a while, because for a while it was basically just grunt units and then occasionally, like, a Gundam or a Char Custom, and that was neat. But then it got to, like, oh, well, you know, now Unicorn is here, so now you can't go into matches with GMs because they're not a high enough point value, and you need to be stronger than that. So this match is only, like, rating 600 to 800. It's like, well, okay, but, like, I unlocked all these guys, and I like these ones. Can I just, like, shoot that gun instead? No, it's not lore accurate. It's like, I don't care. It's a video game, my guy. Like, I don't give a shit if it's lore accurate. Let me shoot a gun that I like. I don't know.
Shoot people. Pew pew.
Like, that kind of thing. And, like, a lot of Gundam games do that. So when Breaker comes out, it's like, oh yeah, you can give, like, a GM the fucking, like, tank legs and Shining Finger and make it go Super Saiyan. Sure, have fun. It's like, yeah, cool, great, that's the only Gundam game I want now. Like, you sold me. There's nothing else matters at all.
That is sort of my feeling, usually in general, when a game comes out with a CAC aspect. That's why I, like, linked so hard with Xenoverse, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, Dragon Ball OC, who hasn't had that fantasy? Be real.
I know. It's like Child Playground. It's like that Power Rangers are like Sailor Moon and shit like that, of course.
And like Xenoverse does have its problems, but it's
Oh, yeah.
still EVOC, you know.
Yeah, it's like, it's fun enough at Foundation where it's like, I can look past how much of this isn't viable. Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Come on. Okay, I should be good. Never mind.
Oh yes.
Got him!
Oh fuck! I forgot to Oh no, I didn't. I have bombs. Cool. Dope. Let's go.
We did this in
Ruin
a
his
good
day.
room for once. No, turn around. Get it! Yes! Oh, got both of them. And now,
Bombs by his head.
don't set him off. I got me a present. I don't care that you hit me. I hit you like 20 times, fucker. Oh god, that's so satisfying. I'm back into it. Monster Hunter's back. We're gaming. Magnus in chat just yeah. Oh man, so good. So fucking fun. I can't wait to see like new animations and stuff. I could care less about the graphics as long as like Charge Blade looks cool. I'm a little nervous. I know in the Wilds footage that we've seen so far, the Super Elemental Discharge, chat, which I call the Ground Crush because SEAD is a clunky, silly term. So the shockwave, like the big shockwave that the Charge Blade shoots that I just did there, the shockwave effect looked pretty weedy, and I'm hoping that that was just because they were in a bright area and it didn't have like an opportunity to be like the star of the shot. But I hope they don't water it down because they made it look real good for Rise, and it came back after it sucked kind of in World. So I'd like for it to stay good, please. Ground Crush is the... Oh, go ahead. Your thing.
Nah, just a brief note that, like, I, again, am withholding, reserving judgment for Wild because I've yet to get super excited about a monster or armor or weapon that I've seen in any of the trailers. But I also haven't looked at the, like, Dual Blade trailer or anything, so...
Yeah.
I'm super excited for the new insect.
The spider looks interesting, and I'm down to try the hunt, but I don't know that I'm gonna buy a whole game to hunt that spider.
I can
Or
tell
you
you
know-
right now, I got lucky because we got like the new electric monster right out the gate. It's like, oh, well, okay, I got everything I need right here. But yeah, I totally get that.
Does look super fun, and
I
I am into that as well. But
Also, have you heard his name yet? It's pretty cool.
Don't recall.
So it's 2 words, 3-letter, just to help with cadence because it could sound like a lot. But his name is Ray Dow. R-E-Y-D-A-U, and it's like, I love that. It's so like regal sounding. He shoots like a railgun with his horns. His horns fold up like a fucking transformer, and he summons a lightning bolt. Oh god, he's so cool.
That's dope.
So good,
I
man.
did
Like,
see that in the trailer.
what a good reveal.
So
Weapons, please have good armor.
I'm
begging you. Anyway,
kind of on that note, I realize the sort of hypocrisy in what I'm about to say, but I don't have a monster in the Monster Hunter franchise that is a flame wolf that for me to attach to.
yeah.
And like, sure, this game introduced Magdamalo, but
It's not the same.
it's Blast, and it's also more
Nice.
like fully more of a blight than element.
Yeah,
And-
plus he's like a foo dog more than anything. Like, I would call him closer to a lion than a wolf. So,
Right, and his flavor of samurai motif that he ends up giving us, the hunter, is more
like the dark shogun versus your normal vibe.
yeah, it's also more heavily armored. My normal vibe is like light to medium armor, more like what I'm wearing here. Fucking Hakama and the Haori, the billowing cloth is way up my alley.
Do you like the Yukimo Sky Kit, or Sky Gear more than, just like to give a name for like chat, just in case anybody knows. like the Yukimo Sky Casa, you know, from Portable Third. Do you remember what I'm talking about? It's like the straw hat, kind of. It's like the
Yes.
it's the old like Eastern Village starting gear, so it's not usually gear that you would see. Where did I fucking? Okay, I guess I'm picking up a unique crystal. Cool.
I feel like I've probably used it as a layered armor in one of the other games at some point.
Almost certainly, yeah. I know you've seen. It's like one of the most common ones because it's
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the same game that introduced Zenogre, so naturally everybody's like super all over it.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck am I right now? I ended up in a mine shaft. Guys, help, I'm lost!
Fast travel back to camp. He's not far from camp.
I might need to... Oh, hey, a puppet spider. Never mind, this was very good.
Oh man, the lucky bird ran off on me.
Uh-oh.
God, where am I? I might have to fast travel. Hello, Krishiro. I think I pronounced that right. Thank you for the follow. Happy to have you. You'll be happy to know that if you're here to watch specifically Monster Hunter, I am doing an embarrassingly bad job today because I'm playing through my capture device, and the screen is smaller than my Switch screen. I have no audio cues, but we're having a good time anyway.
We're beating up on a ice wolf.
At some point, get out of this cave. Remember where the fast travel button is? Hold on. Okay, there we go. We're good. Everything's fine. Fast travel. Main camp or sub camp?
Main camp, I
Main
would
camp?
say.
Main camp.
Is this Switch? It is, yes. Rich, this is... Or Shiro, whichever you prefer. Or if there's something else. Yes, this is the Switch version. I'm an early adopter. Like, when Monster Hunter comes out, I don't wait for a PC version. I just get whatever's handed to me first so I can play it right away. Glad to have somebody showing up for Monster Hunter, though. I would love to hear what your first Monster Hunter game was and what your favorite weapon type is, because that is a good icebreaker. Yeah. I myself am a
Luna,
greatsword main. And also, unmountable. Greatsword first, flashy Power Rangers weapon second. And Lance. Lance might drop in wild, depending on what.
Oh no.
Oh no, withdrawn from the quest. Uh-oh. Was that me or both of you?
I think I dropped.
No, I'm still in it.
Oh, weird.
It said I had a communication error.
Didn't you host? Oh, man. Oh, right. Well, you also
I
have, like,
did.
the storm. Could it be that?
I mean, storms don't usually affect fiber that much, but
Very angry storm. Well, hopefully you get back.
You would also think it would affect me as well.
Oh, yeah. You're literally in
Yeah.
the same house.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird. I will inject Monpun into my veins as quickly as possible. You can't. Or can't. Oh yeah, that yes. You're basically. The exception being Generations, which still bums me out, but that's only because I was super excited for Generations. I loved what I played of it, but I had played so much for Ultimate at that point that I got to the tutorial quests again after having played like heavy G-rank stuff, I think literally the day prior, and my brain was just like, I can't do this right now, man. I can't go back to square one right now, and then I just didn't pick it up again, and that's a travesty because, man, does Generations
really
have a
good.
good weapon set. Or, monster set, rather.
I loved it. I still have the cartridge around somewhere, but
Oh, my
I-
3DS is sitting directly
hard
next to
time
me at my
finding
desk right now. Like, I can turn it on this second. So,
Same.
I know where my 3DS is. I can't find my Generations cartridge.
yeah. Ugh. That sucks. Yeah, you would do one, and we could play it fresh, because I think I got, like, Bullfango armor and then stopped playing, which is, like, the most depressing Monster Hunter thing I have personally ever said.
I was trying to start it with fresh because I lost my save and was
Oh.
trying to play for the Switch.
Oh, that's
Trying to
right! It did come with the Switch, too, didn't it? That could be a
Yeah.
and it's
It also had like I think it was Generations Cross. It was like the
Gen
Sunbreak
Ultimate, yeah.
version.
Yeah. Sharpen. My brain is flat. Got 2 new people in chat. I'm invested in new friends, but also need to not play like
I mean,
dog
this
shit.
dog was very angry.
Are you? You're still just soloing it? Yeah, God, I guess you'd have to. Huh.
I mean, it's that or I abandon.
Just Krish will do. Krish, happy to have you. And then my personal first Monster Hunter game was Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, and I was a Palico Berserker main. That's actually really cool. I don't know if I've heard of a Generation start. I almost always hear 3, 4, or World. And then I'm sure I'm going to start hearing Rise people soon, which I'm excited for. I like Rise a lot. But I don't know if I've ever heard of a Gen start. That's really cool, actually. Can I join, or is this exclusive party only? We're sticking to party only for now, purely for communication stuff. But I do want us to do more community night things as well. For full disclosure, Tuesdays we usually have a full party of 4. Our 4th is currently in the process of an apartment move, so he's just out this week. And this is actually the first time we've played Rise since October last year. We decided to shake the rust off. Tuesdays we've recently been playing through the Halo campaigns, 4-player co-op, just to kind of like shoot the shit. And then we've been doing community night PvP once we finish it. There's still time remaining because we usually stop at 9 p.m. Pacific. So the short answer is, froze for me for a second too. Jay, are you still with me?
I'm still here.
Okay. I got nervous for a second. But it's not a hard no. Definitely appreciate the offer. It's actually Monster Hunter. Now that I'm saying it out loud, it sounds pretty fucking fun. That might be a good one for Thursdays. If it weren't for the fact that I had specific plans this Thursday, I might actually open up Eyes Public Room. That does sound fun. Damn you, chat! You're too good!
How dare you suggest something that is fun and entertaining?
I know. First. One monster I hope they bring back in Wilds is Narala. Yes, absolutely. I know they've been doing a lot of Leviathan hyping, and it looks like the logo is all serpents, so surely at least a new snake, but Narala back. Am I saying that right? It's been a long time since I said it out loud. You know what I'm talking about, right, guys? The rattlesnake? Where it, like, the head is a rattle.
And then we're actually talking. We hope they bring back the
Kilometer?
queen.
The beetle and the queen beetle.
Oh yeah,
from For You. And
I
think
I
maybe Thrive
need
before that.
No, they were ultimate all the way through. Or
Oh, were they?
4 all the way through. Yeah, both versions of Celtis and Celtis Queen. Yeah, they
There you
were
go, yes.
a Gen 4 one. Oh yeah, I love those guys. Also, I'm glad you mentioned that too, because I wanted to mention this earlier when we were talking about the new Spider in the Wilds trailer. I love the Spider fights, unequivocally. They have been so consistently fun to a degree that I am like genuinely surprised by. Just because, you know, I don't know, you'd think that somehow they'd muck up web stuff, but they've done such a good job making like really unique mechanics. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. The fights have been great. I am bummed that we got Nurskilla originally, and it was like super robot-inspired armor, and then everything after that has been like Gothic Princess. It's like, no, you were doing so good! I mean, good kill, but right as I do the shockwave. Oh well. But that said, I'm also kind of glad that they're doing other aesthetics. So, like, the fact that they shifted to a Gothic Princess thing. I shouldn't say you were doing so good, because that implies that those are bad. And they're just not my thing. But the fact that that bracket is in there for people that are into the Gothic Princess thing is pretty cool. So,
The issue I have with Gothic Princess is that it often ends up flirting the line with Lolita, and Lolita has some P-word connotations.
that's fair. I guess the only reason I'm not concerned about it in this context is that, like, everybody's just, like, clearly an adult avatar. So, you know,
Yeah,
but
valid.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I guess, Skills Decobra. Oh, and also Decobra, so I totally get that. I didn't even, like, fully register. My concern is if I'm doing the J wrong. I would love if they brought back Dolometer. It's a shame. I feel like Capcom is too invested in some of the final boss monsters being final boss monsters for their own gen, and then, like, okay, you beat them, and they're gone. except, they keep fucking bringing back Fatalis. Hello, chat. I haven't talked about this much. I'm not a big fan of generic dragons, so Fatalis does not do a single thing for me, but that's a completely different discussion. But it seems like, Dolomedur and, like, Alal, Aklal, the cool bug from the end of Generations. Just
I never got far enough
embarrassing
into
levels.
Generations. I finally got the fucking Luna down.
Oh, nice. That actually wasn't far off from us. Najarala. Either way, yeah. It seems like they're invested in, like, okay, this was this game, and that's it. They're gone. It's like, okay, but, like, if you keep bringing back, like, Teostra and that, can I get Gagmazios, too? Because I want to fight Gagmazios again real bad. That is such a fun fight. I never got to fight Tall, because I didn't get that far in Generations, because I was so burnt out, like I was saying.
I would really like them to bring some of the like the frontier monsters, like more of those.
I know!
Into some of the, especially since those servers are closed now.
Yeah,
so it's not
like-
like those are just for paid people only. So like the Scorpion, I really want to try the Scorpion out.
Yeah.
Well, now that they've cracked the seal with, what's his name in this? God, why am I zoning out on his name?
Espinos?
Yeah, Espinos. Because he's he's a frontier monster. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, so you'll do it. That's a good step. Just give me more of those. I want 2 of them. And actually, oh my god. Okay, Shay, you shouldn't have said this because now my hopes are up so high and it'll never happen. But all of Wild's opening trailer stuff has been Electric Desert, basically. And
Pretty much.
one of the monsters that I want to fight more than anything else in the entire franchise that is frontier locked is Kuaru Sapusu, which I don't know why I can fucking pronounce that, but not the other stuff we're talking about. But if you forgot, he is a Leviathan that they introduced in Frontier, who is basically a desert Leviathan, who is covered in prisms that both shoots lightning lasers and also refracts light from the prisms in, like, these gigantic AoEs, and, like, that in modern mechanics with, like, HD lighting and stuff like that would be so fucking good. Like, so unbelievably cool. And now that I'm thinking of that, it's like, oh, Lightning Desert. That's where he would be. He would be in the Lightning Desert. Please, Capcom, I'm begging you. If I'm not gonna get Logia back, at least give me him. I think when we're close to the end, I'm gonna play his trailer so that everybody in chat can get hyped for it, even though I know it's not gonna happen because, oh my god.
I know who I want also as well. Tetsukabra.
Tetsukabra was such a fun early fight. I totally
Yeah.
agree. He's in it too! He's in this game. Physically, he's in the hub. The one guy is riding on a not fully grown one. So bad.
Ugh.
Yeah, the Fated 4 are all Generations, and then Astalos was... Generations in general, Ultimate is the one that introduced one of the coolest monster names of all time, Bolt Reaver Astalos, whom I desperately want to fight so badly. His whole signature move is that his horn turns into a greatsword made out of lightning. Like, I couldn't want that anymore if I wrote that letter to Capcom myself. Like, come on!
And
Just give me my
the
boys
only-
back!
The only way that could have been more you is if it was somehow a lightning variant of Glavenus.
I know! Exactly! I know! I thought about that a lot. Although I will say, I like Glavenus a lot. Astalos has grown on me a ton, and I used to kind of be bummed out that Anjanath was the one that got the electric subvariant. But actually, this game has, like, given me such a new appreciation for Anjanath. He's, like, one of my favorite monsters now, so I'm cool with that. I've come to terms with the fact that, like, the Greatsword tail isn't the one. Although I still stand by the fact that logically it would have made more sense, design-wise, if they had given the Greatsword dinosaur that already uses, like, Sparking Flint, the electric ability, because sparks, and the one that was already given, like, sneezy, snotty nose stuff, the acid one, because he's already doing mucus stuff. So it's like, feels a little backwards, but at the same time, it also makes it more unique because they didn't go the obvious routes. I don't know. It's just cool that there's a lot of brute wyverns. They're my favorite types outside of leviathans. So, anyway,
There's a Sky Slender Glavenus? Wait, what game?
in a.
I love
which-
Glavenus. That was another big one. I loved it when they introduced the acid one in World.
Oh no, Sky Sunder I think is Magnus just like making cool names up. He'll do that occasionally.
Okay.
No, there's not an actual Sky Sunder Glavenus. I mean, that's a cool name though, and you suck because now I'm gonna keep thinking about it.
I was so excited here.
I know.
We are down to
do
30
we-
minutes.
Shattered Shamrock is also here, by the way.
I was just getting ready to agree
Hello.
with you, Arable. Did you want to do another community one, or did you want to do one of the ones we wanted to do?
No, Airville, you should pick one. Because it was your idea to do the back and forth in the first place.
Well, actually, it was Jay's idea to do the back and forth. It was
Oh.
just my idea to do some we pick and some the community voted for.
Right. Well, I'll leave it up to you, but I'm going to defer to your judgment. I don't need to pick one.
Alright, then pick one,
Okay.
Arable.
Okay. I mean,
Wait for the coolest name I can think of. Magnus, you do have a pretty good naming convention there. Hellblade Glavenus in Generations Ultimate. Yeah, he's just like
Yeah,
another fire
that one
variant,
was
though, right?
us. He is a harder, more like the Heat Tiger, basically. Because Monster Hunter in that generation had like more different. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was like firer element.
sorry, who are we talking about? I was looking through the list.
Hellblade
we're
Glavenus.
talking about Hellblade Glavenus.
Oh, yeah.
Fire, but more. Oh, that's God.
More edgy.
I don't know why this of all things just came to mind because I'm not really much of a Warhammer 40k fan anymore because I think the Space Marines have kind of overstayed their meme welcome personally. I was an Eldar player, yet wrecked, I guess. I'm not really that invested in it either way. But they had a weapon, the Space Marines have a weapon called a Heavy Flamer, which does more damage because obviously it's a different weapon class. But it is literally just 2 flamethrowers instead of 1 flamethrower, which is fine if you're talking about like bullets because there's physically more bullets. But more flamethrower is just like fire. Like there's not more damage, it's just more fire. So it's like now there's 2 fires. Bring out the Heavy Flamer. It's like so stupid, but like really objectively funny when you think about it that way, because it's just like, I duct taped 2 matches together, so now it's hotter. It's like, no, that's not how that works. Fucking Imperium of Man. Scales to Cobra is now following. Thank you so much. I'm glad that we didn't scare you off by going absolutely ham on bullshit and not playing Monster Hunter well. Yeah, just their Elements Plus, which actually, honestly, I think is kind of cool on paper, because usually other variant species in Monster Hunter are just different. So the fact that it's like, oh no, this is like the real Fire Glavenus is pretty dope, honestly. Like, you could do worse than that. I'm talking a lot. What do you guys think?
I loved it. I always said, or I always like, besides Gore Magala, Glavenus has always been one of my favorites.
That's a good choice. I still haven't gotten to fight him, because I skipped Generation, and that's like the only time. Well, no, because he came back in Iceborne, and I skipped Iceborne.
Yeah.
Damn it. Cursed.
He came back in Iceborne. I was so excited when he came back in Iceborne. I was like, hell yeah.
It's like Pokemon Gen 3. Like, for whatever reason, I just keep missing it. I don't know why.
Oh, dude, I was in the same boat. I totally skipped Gen 3 for like years.
Yeah,
You
but
had
like,
a playthrough Gen 3 where you basically beat it all with a subtile.
I know, but I didn't get. I don't know. There's something about it. Like,
I didn't get to it till after college.
I didn't finish it, and doing it with the one I think was like, okay, let me see if I can power through, and I still
What?
didn't finish it, and I don't know why. I like it. I like Gen 3 a lot. Sceptile's dope. I love the towns. Why haven't I finished it yet?
Well, 'cause especially depending on which version of Gen 3 you're talking about, the post or like even the end game really gets droned on a little bit. If I'm being honest,
I don't even think that's what it
Post-game was a
was.
little absurd.
I think I just
but-
like put the game down again. Although to be fair, I
With
don't think
that-
I've ever beaten Gen 4 either. Now that I think about it, I remember getting to the Elite Four because I remember climbing the waterfall.
Arable, I'm ready.
Yeah, we're all set. And then I don't remember because it was in high school. I'm getting so old. And I don't
It did
remember,
come-
like, it might have just been, like, exams started, or, like, maybe another game came out, because all of us were playing it. Like, Diamond and Pearl coming out was a big fucking deal, which was kind of nuts, because I hadn't felt that way about Pokemon in school since Gold.
When you and my ex, who I will be nice and not name, and Shamrock, and I guess I can go ahead and say Chris.
Oh no, you're yeah, good Chris. That was so funny
Yes.
thinking bad Chris though. It's just like also
No,
fuck
yeah.
that guy.
No,
Yeah,
but you guys were all playing Diamond Pearl Platinum when we were in Full Sail.
Yeah, maybe I went back to it. But I still
You
didn't
did.
finish it. That's the weirdest thing. Like, but that's also an ADHD trait too, right? Like, it took me, I had to like hunker down when I had my week off between my last job and this job to just do a backlog. And even then, I almost still didn't finish Tears of the Kingdom because I was so obsessed with finishing like the wells first, which I know you don't have any context for.
Oh my, why would you want to finish all the wells?
I don't know, Jay. I don't know why I wanted to, but my brain.
I've beaten Tears. I had to stop myself from trying to do all the side quests.
I know!
It's just too much.
Jay, do you know why? It's because you don't have a crippling brain problem.
I don't know. I think I might have ADHD myself, to be honest, but...
Not
But
the
it's
same
beside
flavor
the
in
point.
that case. But either
No.
way, I mean, I'm not going to shoot you down either way, because obviously that wouldn't be cool. Even as a
I
joke, but-
have completed a lot of games just because I was like, no, I have to beat it. I can't leave it alone.
Oh,
Like,
God.
the very first Assassin's Creed, I 100%ed for no good reason, because I
know.
liked it.
It's just seriously, like, it was an instance of, like, what, I can't go to the final boss if I don't see what happens if I get all the wells. It's like, you know what happens when you get all the wells? Nothing. Nothing happens when you get all the wells. You get a little trophy in your inventory and like 100 rupees, and that's fucking it. It didn't impact the story. It didn't give me a piece of armor or a weapon. It was just a waste of my time. But Jay, it took me 260 hours to finish Tears of the Kingdom.
260 hours?
To finish Tears of to the whole game, to be fair, not just the wells. But
Okay.
probably a good 50 hours of that was just me being stubborn about that. And to be fair, also all of the shrines and light roots, and then one other thing too. Oh, all the caves. I did all the caves too. And I think a lot of it was just like, well, I'm almost done with it, so I better do it now. And I just kept putting it off and burning out and not playing Tears of the Kingdom for like 3 months. It's like, boy, I'm gonna get the ending spoiled. And the crazy thing is, that never happened. Nobody spoiled the ending for me. I didn't know any of what happened. It was kind of a miracle, because by the time I finished it like 2 months ago. It's been out for almost like a year, I think, and the ending was still safe.
I almost went a whole
Uh-oh.
year before I got the,
Shit, right.
Right, we're playing a video game. Shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's
We're paying
fine.
attention there.
It only did like half of our health. Oh, fine.
It
Anyway, what were you saying?
definitely got me because I was like seconds away from having to be like, please stop talking because I still haven't played it either.
Oh, no, don't worry. I'm not going to say shit. Because I know you haven't finished it.
I
No,
was just
yeah.
surprised that it took me like a year before it got spoiled, and that's when I just eventually broke down and was like, alright, I'll beat it.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Like, part of it was like, I cannot
Right.
keep pushing my luck. Oh, hey, this is happening. Wait, did you already activate it? Or is it up?
I hit the thing. I don't.
Oh, that's the reload. Yeah, god, man, I'm just not paying any attention. How's it going, Chad? Agreed, there was actually a fun collectible system in a game I used to play. The game is called Beyond Good and Evil. I have always
Hell
heard
yes.
good things about Beyond Good and Evil. I've never played it. I really
It-
want to.
It's one of Jenny's favorites. I just did that, didn't I?
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's one of her favorites, and she tried to play some of the original one for me back in the day, and it kept crashing on our PC.
That's a pain.
And then I can't even remember how many years ago now. BGE 2.
Oh, yeah,
got it out.
I want to
And
say,
now we're
like,
both,
close to 10.
yeah, we're both in the boat now where we're like, we'll just fuck Ubisoft because god damn it, you had so much going for you on that and just literally dropped the goddamn ball.
Well, what's weird is nobody said it got canceled yet. I think they might just still be working on it. Way
No,
too long.
at the-
Way too long, but
At this point, if they're still working on it, then it's basically never going to come out.
it's possible. I don't know. Yeah, it's possible. I can see it either
It-
way. But this is
the-
also coming from someone that's never played either of them, so, like, I'm talking about my
That's-
completely.
the real problem is that they haven't updated their like news about it in over a year. So of course they're not working on it. I'm sorry.
I didn't realize that it had been that recent. I hadn't heard about it at all since that trailer.
It's been forever since they even said, "Hey guys, this is the new thing we did."
Yeah, I get you.
No, they're not working on it, and that's it. They burned their fan base for that after having hyped everybody up to an insane level. And
I know,
so much free assets got donated. I can't even.
Oh, that's right. That is a thing that happened. Oh, I forgot about that part. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, all of that memory's coming back, because I remember that being kind of a scandal even at the time. Because it's like, hey, don't do unpaid artwork, you guys. That's kind of sketchy. Uh-oh. Oh, that's rough. Man.
But it was like free. It was like freely crowdsourced.
Yeah.
There's at least a gray area with it, because it was almost everything that got donated, as far as I could tell, as far as any.
Oh, he's doing the inhale thing again.
Yeah, it was legitimately fans of the first game being like, "Fuck yeah, I want
totally.
I want to be able to do something to, even if it's a random billboard in the background of this city on this backwater planet somewhere. Who the fuck cares?"
Yeah.
But
it's just in that bracket where, like, because I heard those discussions both ways at the time, too.
Yeah.
So I 100% get it. I'm not even opposed to it, but I do also remember a lot of artists, like, coming out and being like, you need to be more mindful of your value than that. Like, I understand why you're excited, but also be very careful. So I remember that being a whole thing. Damnation says Duke Nukem Forever did eventually come out, ... We're getting a second game, I promise. They straight up nicknamed Furious Rajang Super Simeon. Yes, they did. They say Rajang.
You know what's...
What the hell's the pattern today?
You know what's another thing that's been stuck in development hell is the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I just recently found out? Well, you go first, because I want to hear your Star Wars takes.
Just briefly, that one pisses me off more because they specifically issued a cease and desist to the guy that was just doing an HD remastered in UDK4.
That's right.
Again, like, sure, issue your cease and desist if you're actually going to make it, and you didn't actually make it. What the fuck? You could at least lift the cease and desist and let him continue. That was a passion project. Just let it happen.
Yeah, that kind of stuff drives me crazy. The worst is, too, like, I'm in the bracket where I understand IP rights that way. What, not... Okay, that phrasing made it sound like, I get it, and you don't. Not you, but, like, hypothetical you. But that's not what I mean. Like, I understand when a business is like, well, this is ours, and we want to protect it. It's like, okay, I understand why people might be upset about that, but I get it. You know, if I want to be making games at some point, too, I would like my stuff to be safe, so I understand.
Just look at what happened with Sonic and the Archie comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, don't even.
That kind of makes me sad a lot of times, to be honest.
Well, to be fair, the IDW comics are fucking killing it. I actually need to get trades of that. They look superb.
I've heard nothing bad about them, but I haven't really read much of the IDW either. So I was such a big Archie fan growing up.
From what I can tell, it's pretty faithfully, like, it might as well be a continuing. Like, it isn't, but it's so
I mean, they
close.
can't, because there's so many characters that is now controlled by that one dude.
Oh, Penders? I mean, Penders doesn't work for them anymore, and also...
No, but he got to take all of his characters, though.
I think he mostly got to keep the echidnas? I can't believe we just got onto a fucking Ken Penders topic. Oh my god.
Well, it was also like
very good.
The Rabbit, Princess Sally, all those extras that were Sonic's friends are also his.
Are you sure? Because I'm
sure. The Walrus does not... Have you seen the Walrus around?
No, I'm not... Some of them, yeah, but I want to say... Sally and a couple of the others are still good. I don't know. Either way, what was I talking about before this? We've gone, like, down
Copyright, IP...
Right. So, like, it doesn't bother me when it happens, vaguely, and people kind of, like, get upset about it. It's like, look, it is their right to do that. I understand your disappointment. But when it is something, like, harmless and also you're not going to do anything with it, that's when it definitely becomes something that I'm like, really? Like, why are you doing that? It's also really wild to me how different it is per IP and like per studio, because like Capcom and Sega don't give like one shit about like Mega Man and Sonic fan games, and some of those fan games are incredible. Like Jay, you stopped in a couple times for Mega Man Maker, right? I think at this point.
Oh yeah.
Like, holy shit, Mega Man Maker is a good game. I cannot believe how good it is. It's so astonishingly well put together for a tool, and it's just like, it's free and exists, and there's no problems with it. And like, I understand that we're talking about Mega Man, who in the grand scheme of Capcom's library is basically a used tissue right now, but like, it's still really cool that they're allowing it to happen. But like, Sega not doing any kind of like, no, none of that for Sonic? Like, Sonic is still their 100% main mascot, and they allow that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they still allow a lot of crazy stuff, but when they do their own stuff now, they're a little bit more protective of it.
And honestly, I think that's fine too. Especially since we already have so much quality.
Did anyone carve the tail yet, or should I leave it alone? So
I carved it.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I just carved it.
Uh-oh. No, I'm good. Good.
I'm good.
Okay. Took us weird echidnas. Sally and Bunny are still around, I'm pretty sure, according to chat. I'm pretty positive.
Okay.
Okay, I did carve. Yeah, no, like, because they were pretty integral to the comics. I think Penders only kept the echidnas because, like, I think that's all he wanted. Like, I started reading some articles about him lately because he finally published a book he's been talking about, and apparently it's like a fever dream how terrible it is. But apparently, this is all stuff that I've only more recently learned because of that and like looking into it out of curiosity. Because I've always known his name, but like never enough of the details to actually matter. Apparently, he just like didn't give a shit about the other characters. Like when he got more writing control, he basically just wanted to make everything about Knuckles 100% of the time, and the rest of the cast was like worthless to him as an author. So I don't.
That explains so much.
Oh yeah, it really does. So it's like, you know, when he left forcibly or otherwise, it's just like, okay, bye, and like just like the echidnas are mine. Like, well, they're not, but sure, whatever. Have fun in your like weird nightmare world, Ken. And he just didn't take anybody else because he didn't give a shit. So I'm pretty positive all of the other characters. I don't know, maybe like I think Rotor was the walrus. I don't know why I know that offhand. I never really read the Archie comics that
I
much.
couldn't remember his name, and I have comic books in my room right now.
I don't know if I've seen him around in a while, but I think the Freedom Fighters are still.
I have issue 0 still. Of the
Damn!
Archie.
That's pretty cool. The only reason I started actually reading any of them outside of like, you know, hearing details through the grapevine, was because of the Mega Man Archie crossovers. So when I was subscribing to that in the mail, because when the Archie comics were coming out, I had them delivered to my house because of course I did. I got all of the Sonic books at the time too, because they had like, get all the issues to get the whole story. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna not do that, so I got a bunch of Sonic books for that too. And they were really good.
They were great.
Really enjoyed them. If we could talk real fast about that Mega Man book, one of my absolute favorite details that they went into with all that was how, was how they went into Wily and Robotnik as evil BFFs. But then after a certain point, the walls start crumbling down on their ally ship because Eggman turns out like to be the more evil one, because he's straight up about to like execute Dr. Light, and Wily stops him. He's like, I don't want to kill him, I just want to shame him. What the fuck are you doing, man? And Eggman's like, well, it's the only way you're gonna secure victory. It's like, I don't give a shit about that. Don't fucking kill Thomas. Are you crazy? He's my friend. I'm just an asshole. It's like, whoa, Sonic, like, holy fuck, man. You can't just drop something like that on me. Now I'm obsessed with it. Such a good writing moment. The cover for that one's great too, because it's like,
They really are. I like those moments. Those were good comics.
it was like classic pulpy storytelling where it's like, what will happen to the Justice League next time? Where it's like Dr. Light is like hanging off a cliff, and like Eggman has his feet on his fingers, and Mega Man's in the background doing like the no. It's like, I can't wait to read this book. Holy shit! Like, this is gonna be the coolest ever. So good. Then they went ham with it, because now I'm gonna just like completely dissolve into Mega Man bullshit. I'm assuming you don't care about any spoilers for this Arrow chat. I'm assuming you guys aren't super worried about it either. These books have been out for a long time now.
Quite a while.
It's a full gigantic crossover, and this isn't even the bigger one because they did it a second time where they started bringing in like every Capcom series, like including Monster Hunter and Street Fighter and shit like that. But they bring in pretty much every Robot Master, every main Mega Man character that has like ever existed is in this crossover by the end of it. And so Duo shows up. And Duo is like one of my favorite underutilized Mega Man classic characters. If you don't know, he's the dude with like the one big fist, who's from space. He's from Mega Man 8. His whole gimmick is that he's like an ally of justice who comes to Earth pursuing an evil energy that has like come there from like his eons long struggle against it. And he's like, oh, you know, Earth is pretty chill because Mega Man's here. I'm your buddy now. It's like, okay, cool. He's only in the one game and then like a couple crossovers that don't really matter that much because it's like a kart racer and a fighting game, so fine. But he's a great design, super, super cool. They bring him back in that, and his keystone fight in it is the Yellow Devil from Mega Man 1 merged with Perfect Chaos from Sonic Adventure. And there's a scene.
Oh my god.
There's a scene.
I forgot about that.
There's a scene where Chaos Devil is like doing this full page spread, like looming over Duo, roaring at him, and then his like metal as fuck Zen super space hero response is just clenching his one big fist with like a blue glow around it and just saying, I fear no evil. And then he suplexes him through a space station. It's the fucking coolest thing ever. It's so good, man. It was such a good comic run. It's so dope. Oh, God. I could read it again right now. I have, like, all the variant covers. Oh, man. I'm, like, making myself emotional thinking about it. Oh, God.
Also,
Also,
go down nostalgia lane.
I know. Some great sight gags in it, too. One of the running gimmicks in it is that they turn all of Sonic's friends into Robot Masters. So it's like... Oh, I died. Oops. All right, I hit for insurance. Cool, I didn't die. They turn all of them into Robot Masters. So it's like, you know, Rouge Woman and, like, Knuckles Man and, you know, stuff like that. And when they get to Vector, the crocodile, they're like, Vector? No, I don't hear it, because Sega has a Vector Man character, and so they went with the joke. It's like, God damn it, you guys are so good at this. I love it. There was also already a Shadow Man, so they made the joke with Shadow Man, because right there, right, such a good scene. Anyway, hey, we're fighting a monster.
Kaiju, you could say.
I know, it sucks too. I haven't talked about this at all. I fucking love this fight, and I'm not paying attention to it at all right now.
I thought it would be an interesting way to end it.
Oh no, 100%.
I got to sharpen.
I just love, like, I completely forgot we were playing a game.
Oh, hey, buddy.
I know. Uh-oh. I'm in a not ideal spot.
Ow. Oh, could someone do a life powder?
Actually,
I got it.
You got it? Okay, everybody got it.
Thank you.
Also, man, in the chat. Wily saved Dr. Light. Yeah, no, it's one of my favorite things. The way they characterize Wily in those books is that, like, he wants to win, but because of he and Light's history together, he doesn't inherently, like, he doesn't want to kill him. He just wants to be the better scientist. So, like, his whole quest is, like, world domination to kind of prove that he was the one that was right about his, like, robotics designs and everything the whole time. So when Eggman's like, I'm gonna kill him, it's like, that's not the point, bud. If he's dead, how is he gonna know that I beat him? Like, that, you know, that whole thing.
Because you're alive, that's how you know.
Like, yeah, I know that, but he's dead, you know. And so that was a really good bit of characterization. He's like that in the Ariga comics, too, which I really appreciate. Ariga Wily is really cool. Who, fun fact, Hitoshi Ariga is the one that has designed some of the more recent super cool Pokemon, like Tyrantrum and Corviknight. Through one of the best Mega Man comics that has ever existed in this or probably any other reality. And the Big O manga, weirdly. Not the original series, just the manga adaptation, which is, like, super weird to me, but whatever works. Hey, cool, we did it. Hey, with 5 minutes left! This was perfect. And Wily say Dr. Light. I'm aware of the crossover with X-Zero and Axel, Zero in the art style fighting Omega. Yeah, so the second one has a lot of X content in it too. It's called Worlds Unite versus Worlds Collide is the first one. That one starts with Sonic, X, and Mega Man, and then like when the plot really picks up, it's everyone is here, because it's Sigma, and Sigma doesn't do anything half-assed at any point. Do a Suplexus Giant Monster Fuck. Yeah, so Rika designed Corviknight, holy fuck shit. Yeah, Corviknight, both pre and post, so Tyrantrum and Tyrunt. I think he also did, why am I, it's like one of my favorite bug types, and I'm spacing out on the name. Vikavolt, the Vic Viper Beetle, the electric bug.
Nice.
He designed him. I think he's done a couple. He does Pokemon card art too. If you look at it, he's one of their like regular contractors. He's basically just like an artist for hire for different IPs. He's awesome. A couple other Pokemon too, but like those are the key ones, and like naturally they're all super cool. I feel so bad. I missed so much chat because I went blind and just started talking again. So take all.
We got really nerdy talking about comics. You're fine.
we got really not even like normal nerdy comics, like extra nerdy comics.
It's right up my alley. I'm with you there.
I know it's no. I'm not embarrassed about it. We got 2 new followers this stream. I mean, it's clearly working. So they did eventually.
Yeah, Sonic always works.
Okay.
Clearly, this means next time I have to vent about Star Wars comics.
Oh, please. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. I would love to listen about that. The only thing that I know about Star Wars comics is that at one point Chewbacca gets killed by a moon falling on him, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how he finally dies. It's really badass.
Oh wait, that's a cool thing? It's really hard for me to tell because that sentence is so patently insane. So I wasn't...
Unfortunately, it's an expanded universe now, but yeah.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah.
It's in that bracket where it's like... Jay, I don't remember if you've ever been in context for this before, but really quick, Airville, I promise I won't cut you off.
Yeah, go.
Comics are so huge and expansive, and like giant IP comics especially, that you can just ignore whatever you don't like, and that's what's canon. Because fuck it, who cares? There's like 70 years of Marvel comics. I don't like the storyline where Iron Man was actually genetically engineered by aliens. Fuck it, no he wasn't. That's the end of the discussion. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh no, I lost it.
No, I'm sorry. It was
Star Wars comics, Chewbacca dying to the moon.
Chewbacca getting crushed by a moon.
So
Expanded
briefly,
universe. Yeah.
Briefly, because I haven't actually read, frankly, a lot of the comics. I just read up on the stories to run our tabletop, our Star Wars D&D. The story I ended up reading about Chewbacca's death is that it's like Han Solo's grandson or great-grandson, and they're trying to evac a planet because the moon is falling out of orbit, and they're literally running out of time. It's like coming in, moon-sized asteroid, whatever. And Chewbacca ends up basically like scruffing young Solo and throwing him in the Falcon with all the refugees and just like telling him, like, I won't make it, just fucking go. And the last panel we see of Chewbacca, he's looking up at this moon comet coming down at him, and he just roars in defiance. And it ends the planet with him on it. It's really fucking badass. Like, it's such a cool way for an old Wookiee to go.
I'll accept it. That one becomes less silly with the full context. I dig it. I won't forgive Skippy the Force-aware droid, though. That's the other one that I know about.
Do I know about the comic where Yoda drives the Death Star into Palpatine's head?
I was just gonna read
onto
that one,
Palpatine's head, because that's a thing. What if Episode 4 went off the rails comic, but holy shit, it's amazing.
I love stupid shit like that.
Some of the What If comics are really batshit, yeah.
Oh my god, this isn't a comic, but I need to tell it to you before I forget, and it's in my head right now. There was a What If meme that was just, what if Anakin couldn't kill all the younglings because they turned the entire Jedi Palace into one elaborate Home Alone trap? It's like
I want to read this! Why do I need to read this?
Such a funny mental image! Because the last one, it was like the response to that was, you know, the meme. I'm gonna set this up in your head so that the context is even funnier. You know the meme face of Episode 2 with Anakin crying, like that face. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the final trap is just them dumping a bunch of sand on him. It was so funny. It was such a perfect thought. Like somebody just had
It's everywhere.
somebody just had this intrusive thought and wrote it down immediately. It's like this is the only piece of Star Wars media I've ever needed.
This is amazing.
It was so funny. I completely forgot about that. Oh my god, I'm crying right now. That's so good.
I will forever be indebted to Myth for showing me what Arlnaut is, but
Oh my
along
god.
similar lines. But yeah,
I am Laser Moon. Oh yeah, just God. What are midichlorians? It's heroin.
yeah, a lot. It's
Just so matter of fact.
heroin.
Oh my god. Okay,
Uh,
really fast.
What, he tries to open a door, burns his hand.
Oh my god. Where's his robot hand at that point? Melts the glove onto it. It's fucking incredible. I can just imagine
That's
Anakin
gonna
walks
take
into the
forever
Jedi
to
Temple with the
clean.
clones and fucking slips on a bunch of toy cars. Or turns a corner and a comically large magnet rips his arm off.
oh my god.
Oh my god, so good. Okay, really fast before this completely gets off the rails. We're over time, and I wanted to play that one Monster Hunter trailer because I need everybody to be crushed by disappointment like I am that this isn't going to happen. But, I've got the URL up, I just need to I need to... It's so funny, my brain is like erased from what I was gonna do. Do a browser source I think works.
One
Red
of
source, yes.
while you're finding things briefly, one of my favorite Star Wars extended universe comic stories is still the Legacy era when Luke has to go and fight Double F, and I won't
just-
say any more than that for people who want to look into it because it is
Okay.
fucking crazy.
I didn't think that was just gonna autoplay. Say that again? I'm sorry, YouTube started screaming at me.
One of my favorite little Star Wars EU comic arcs is when Luke has to go and fight the dark side force entity called Aboleth, and I won't say any more than that because holy fuck, it's so insane, it's amazing.
Right on. The cool
Well,
stuff is also obviously, like, real good, so...
Somebody put a boot on Anakin's ship.
Anakin goes inside the council room and a bucket full of Bacta falls on his head. Anakin goes to get in a ship and somebody put a boot on his landing gear. God damn it. I'm glad chat's coming out swinging at the very end of the night. I love it.
The Bacta one made me laugh because I assume you were going for the like Nickelodeon slime equivalent, except Bacta is healing slime, so that's kind of doing him a favor.
It works either way. Here's the promo movie. It's like all the suggestions and everything. There's nothing I can do about that shit. Capture cursor, no. Going to... aspect rate. What? Oh, I guess, well, whatever. So, the monster that I described earlier, I don't know, I feel like I've shown it to you guys before, too, is, Kuaru Sepusu. Kuarusepusu. I think that's how you'd pronounce it. It's really hard to tell. But this trailer features other stuff. This is, I think, like 15 to 16 years old now, so it's on like the old engine stuff. But
Gotcha.
I love this monster so much. And his theme song, this is his theme song as far as I'm aware. I think it's like Desert G Rank 2 or something because of the way this game was structured. But it's unofficially his theme because he was the flagship for it and everybody was hyped for it. So everybody join me in disappointment because he would be perfect for this desert area in Wilds, and we're not going to get him, and I'm heartbroken. So cool. It's a really hype trailer, too. I watch this like every couple months, even though it's ancient now. There was like a monster buddy mechanic in this one after a certain point, so you could like get small monsters to assist you on hunts.
Frontier was so crazy. I
I-
have it. We can play it technically.
I know.
So I have the mods.
We need to do that. I've always wanted to try it. I'll get ready for like the beat drop on this though. This edit is great. It's so simple but so good. Oh, God, I want to fight him. I want to fight him so bad, you guys. And then it's just like, also here's 2 of them at the same time because fuck you. It's soul crushing. It's like anytime someone's like, oh, Lagiacrus doesn't have like cool enough moves. It's just like, I don't know, man. Then give him some of those. Are you kidding me? Like they're right there. And again, it's like 16 years old, and we're just never gonna fight him. I want him. I want him so bad. I can't even put it into words. Anyway, tomorrow we're off. Thursday is Gundam Breaker Day. So Scales, I think you're the only newer person that just showed up later into the run. If anybody else here didn't hear this the first time, I'll even swap back over to a different Elgato border so that I can put on that. It wasn't Crab Champions today. Oops. Gundam Breaker 4, it launches Wednesday. I'm going to hold off on playing it because I'm going to play the initial stuff on stream. If you don't know what it is, it's a custom build Gundam model kit game, all hack and slash, super fun, super arcadey. For streams, chat builds it. I'm just going to be a vessel for your creativity. I really want to do it that way. I think it's going to be super, super fun. So be sure you show up, help dictate the course of our own Gundam history together.
Oh, no.
It's super fun. I cannot wait to show it off. Oh no, Myth lost his hat. Oh fuck. Well, that's the whole that. Okay, there we go. Myth's got his hat back. But yeah, I really can't wait. That is going to start at 7 Pacific, not 6. There's a chance I might hop on earlier because I don't know if I'll be able to contain my excitement, but also I should probably eat dinner. So that's going to be dependent on my work schedule and traffic and stuff. Assume 7. I won't start the game no matter what until 7 at the earliest. So I hope to see you there. Jay Arable, do you have any final thoughts for the evening?
It's Crover.
I will be with you in new type spirit while I most assuredly make margaritas.
I deeply appreciate it.
Good work. Dino Gem awarded.
But yes, this was super fun. The Monster Hunter was a great decision, you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
This was a lot more fun than I didn't think it wasn't going to be fun, but it was like more than I was expecting. So very, very good. Everybody have a... Thank you. Thank you, Richard. Everybody have a thunderful evening. Take care. I will see you on Thursday.
Good night and good luck.